Something strange is happening in Hollywood, and it's written all over people's faces, literally. Some of these stars walked into fame looking one way and came out the other side looking like they survived a blender, a time machine, and maybe a malfunctioning beauty filter all at once. Let's start with Madonna, the woman who reinvented herself a dozen times. But this latest reinvention had the entire internet in a chokehold. Her face debuted at an award show looking swollen, stretched, and almost swollen to the point of inflation. Fans blamed fillers, over tightening, and aggressive contouring, leaving her expression stuck somewhere between surprised and stunned. The Material Girl suddenly looked like she was made of brand new material. Then you've got Zac Efron, once the poster boy for jaw lines that made teenagers lose their minds, mine included. Then he popped up online with a jaw so wide, people thought he was in prosthetics for a movie. Nope. He later explained he shattered his jaw in an accident, and the muscles grew out of control. But, you know, the internet had already had its theories. His new face sparked everything from Botox gone rogue to handsome Squidward cosplay. Courtney Cox, everybody's favorite clean line, sarcastic queen from Friends. Years later, when she turned up noticeably puffier, rounder, and frozen, fans panicked. She later admitted she went overboard with, fillers and had them dissolve. She said she didn't even realize how far it had gone until she saw old pictures. That's when you know it's bad, when your past self could sue your current self for identity theft. Next is Simon Cowell, a man whose face changed so much over the years that even he joked about it. Fillers, Botox, tightening, smoothing. His face started looking like it was permanently set to emoji mode. Eventually, he admitted he pushed it too far and reversed all of it. I mean, when you're the one sending contestants home, but your own face gets voted off the island, that's when it's time to retire the syringe. Renee Zellweger. And then there's Renee Zellweger. When she appeared at a red carpet event looking dramatically different, softer cheeks, lifted brows, smoother skin, the internet had a meltdown. Some people defended her, others said she was just unrecognizable. She denied major surgery, but whatever changed, her face sparked a whole cultural debate. It was less Bridget Jones's Diary and more Bridget Jones's Witness Protection Program. So what is the theme here? Hollywood demands eternal youth, but the price is usually your face. These celebrities aren't ruined, but they're proof that, chasing perfection can take you far away from the features the world fell in love with you for. And in the end, nothing ages you faster than trying way too hard not to. Plastic surgery destroyed these celebrities' faces. Let's dig into it. Let's be clear right up front. Plastic surgery isn't evil, but when it goes wrong, it goes very wrong. And when it goes wrong on a famous face, there's no hiding it, no undo button, no soft launch. These are real celebrities whose faces were permanently changed, not enhanced, by procedures that spiraled out of control. And yes, some of this damage can never be reversed. Mickey Rourke. Now, Mickey Rourke is the blueprint for what happens when too many surgeries collide with the wrong surgeon. In the 1980s, he was considered one of the most handsome men in Hollywood. Then came boxing injuries, followed by reconstructive surgeries, followed by cosmetic tweaks, followed by more tweaks to fix the tweaks. His face became swollen, tight, uneven, and almost mask-like. Rourke himself admitted that most of his surgeries were attempts to fix damage and that several were done by the wrong doctors. Once facial structure collapses like that, you can't just go back. Bone shifts, scar tissue builds, muscles, stop moving naturally. This wasn't aging. This was permanent facial trauma. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Now, you cannot talk about irreversible plastic surgery without Jocelyn. Nicknamed the Catwoman, Jocelyn underwent extreme facial procedures over decades, reportedly to maintain a feline appearance her husband liked. So cheek implants, brow lifts, eye alterations, repeated fillers, and tightening procedures. The result wasn't youthful, it was anatomical distortion. Her facial proportions changed so dramatically that doctors have said reversal simply just isn't possible. The skin, fat pads, and underlying structures were permanently altered. This wasn't one bad decision. This was like a slow, unstoppable transformation. Lil' Kim. Now, Lil' Kim's face change shocked fans because it happened gradually and then suddenly all at once. Nose reshaping, skin lightening, fillers, jaw work, lip alterations, and a lot more. At one point, fans struggled to recognize her at all. She later opened up about deep insecurity and pressure to, conform to beauty standards in Hollywood. But medically speaking, repeated procedures on the same areas caused scarring, loss of elasticity, and facial imbalance. balance. I mean, when that happens, doctors aren't sculpting anymore. They're basically patching, and patch jobs do not age well. Meg Ryan. Now, Meg Ryan built a career on being effortlessly expressive, big smile, crinkly eyes, a lot of warmth. Then came fillers, then came tightening, and then came facial volume loss. Her cheeks became stiff, her smile restricted, and her expressions muted. I mean, that's the danger with overfilling and aggressive lifting. You lose the very movement that makes a face human. So once facial muscles are altered or damaged, no amount of dissolving brings expression fully back. Hollywood didn't stop calling her because she aged. They stopped calling because her face stopped moving. Simon Cowell. Now, Simon Cowell openly admitted he went too far, and honestly, that admission came after the damage was already done. Excessive filler stretched the skin, tightening procedures froze his facial muscles, his face appeared puffy, shiny, and rigid, almost like Uncanny Valley vibes. Now, he later dissolved fillers and swore off injectables, but here's the problem. Once skin is overstretched, it doesn't snap back. Doctors can reduce volume, they can't restore original texture or elasticity. The face remembers everything. Donatella Versace. Now, Donatella Versace didn't just age in the public eye, she transformed in it. Fillers, lip augmentation, tightening procedures, and just repeated facial work, that dramatically altered her appearance over time. Her features became exaggerated, pulled, and structurally different from her original face. And while she's kind of embraced the look, I mean, plastic surgeons agree after decades of interventions and, the tissue itself just changes permanently. And at a certain point, maintenance becomes survival mode. Plastic surgery isn't about one procedure ruining a face, it's about repetition. It's about chasing youth instead of accepting evolution, and it's about letting fear drive the needle, because once you cross a certain line, there's just no fixing it. There's only learning to live with the face you created. And in Hollywood, that lesson is written all over these faces forever.
Everyone is asking, what has happened to Madonna? It seems like her look is ever changing, and a lot of people think it's due to her getting plastic surgery after plastic surgery. In the 90s, it was rumored that she first started to get plastic surgery as her face began to change. While unconfirmed, rumors at the time suggested that the star was experimenting with Botox, as well as undergoing a nose job. Another rumor came around the time of her 1990 Justify My Love video, when it was alleged that Madonna had collagen injections to give her lips a fuller bee-stung look. When Madonna appeared to display facial bruising in 2008, it prompted some people to think that she had undergone lower eyelid surgery. Now, there are also claims that her wrinkle-free skin was the result of a ribbon lift. Madonna admitted she hardly recognized the face she sees in old photos, saying, "I don't regret any of it, but I do sometimes think, oh my god, what was I thinking?" Then in the 2012s, it was revealed that Madonna was a fan of dermatologist Dr. Frederick Brandt, also known as Botox Baron. While she made no secret about being a fan of the doctor, she claimed that she had not had Botox injections. Discussing how she had developed a new fuller texture to her skin, the musician credited her famously strict macrobiotic diet. She added that, "I am certainly not against plastic surgery, however, I am absolutely against having to discuss it." But then in 2023, that's when people really took notice of her changed appearance and called her botched. After a 2023 appearance at the Grammys, some noticed that she appeared to have a more swollen, tighter look to her face. A plastic surgeon spoke out about this, saying that he believes Madonna not only had a facelift, which he said was obvious because her skin appeared tight and pulled back with no wrinkles, but that she also received a nose job. Now, several days after the Grammys, Madonna took to Instagram where she shared a photo of her face, and she captioned the post, "Look at how cute I am now that the swelling from surgery has gone down, LOL." Now, people said that she had a pillow face and she was way too puffy in her appearance, and fans were actually worried that she was going overboard with her looks. Then in March of this year, she stunned fans with a smooth face at her Oscars after party. One user online commented on her photos saying, "Whatever she has done or undone, M is looking incredible lately. Your face filler gone." Yes, with her face slimmer and smoother, people are now loving her new look. One fan commented, "She looks so much better now, the surgeon is a hero." And another hoped the star wouldn't get more filler injections, saying the puffiness from her face seems to have subsided. "I hope she doesn't add more fillers," and she actually looks much less plastic in this picture. So hopefully with everyone loving her new look and telling her to stay away from plastic surgery, hopefully she'll listen, and she will.
Keeping up with the Kardashians coming clean has been a full-time job, and finally the truth about their plastic surgery has been revealed. Few families in Hollywood have been as scrutinized for their physical transformations as the Kardashian-Jenners. They have been criticized for seemingly lying about or avoiding openly discussing their plastic surgery procedures, which may be due to a combination of factors. Some speculate that they want to maintain the perception of natural beauty to continue building their brands and influence. Others suggest that they may fear backlash or negative attention if they are perceived as promoting unrealistic beauty standards. Additionally, there's a potential for lawsuits or negative publicity if they admit to certain procedures, as seen in the past. Now, both on social media and in interviews with the press, Kim, Khloe, Kylie, Kourtney, Kris, and Kendall have faced endless questions about whether or not they've undergone plastic surgery, and in some cases, they've come under fire for denying certain procedures. It isn't new for someone to hop on a mic and ask, a Kardashian to reveal the specifics of their plastic surgeries, but it is new for one of them to respond. Kylie Jenner has not always openly acknowledged undergoing breast augmentation surgery. She initially denied having work done on her breast, but ended up confirming it on the Kardashians. She even shared details about a second procedure, including the size of her implants, on TikTok recently. Responding to a comment, she said, 445cc, moderate profile, have under the muscle, silicone, Garth Fisher, hope this helps, LOL. Jenner has also expressed regret over her decision to get, breast implants before becoming a mother. Her providing the details of her implants was an instantly viral moment, probably because Kylie hadn't even confirmed she had a second breast augmentation to begin with. Now, this shortly follows Kris Jenner shocking the world just a couple weeks ago, with a new face that looked decades younger. Though she didn't come right out to reveal what she'd had done, she didn't deny mass speculation that a facelift was the culprit either. In fact, the representatives confirmed that she had recent work done by Stephen Levine. Now, they didn't specify what procedure she's undergone, but seeing as Dr. Levine specializes in facelifts, the internet, put two and two together. Kim Kardashian has come a long way since her first brush with Botox during a 2010 episode of Keeping Up. Now, the reality star wrote on her now defunct blog that, she freaked out over facial bruising following the injection. She said in the episode, "I'm feeling like my eyes are on fire. What if, he hit a nerve? Seriously, I know this is not normal. What I am feeling is not normal." However, she's since admitted to having a little bit of Botox, but no filler, in her face during a 2022 Alert interview and getting Botox injections in her neck on a 2023 episode of The Kardashians. So why are they bearing it all now? Well, like always, the Kardashians follow trends, and it seems as though right now it's on trend to admit to getting work done. They also may just be tired of lying.
Demi Lovato looks completely different, and people think that she might be on Ozempic. Now, many people have expressed concern over Demi's appearance recently as she slimmed down so much. But after she posted some snaps of herself in a tiny black bikini earlier this month, accusations of her using the popular weight loss medication spread like wildfire in the comment section. "Honey, just stop the Ozempic," one person wrote. "Demi, I love you so much, but stop right now with the Ozempic. You've been perfect for ages. Please keep some curves," another said. "She has the Ozempic drop in her cheeks," someone added, while a fourth said Ozempic queen with a crown emoji. Now, the fact that Demi's been losing weight and changing so much has people concerned, as she has been open about her struggle with disordered eating. She said on Penn Badgley's Pod Crushed podcast in October of 2024, "I have a treatment team that I work with that helps me stay in recovery. I'm trying to learn body acceptance rather than body positivity, because body positivity feels like I can't even reach that yet. I have to work on body acceptance, body neutrality, because that feels like a goal I can reach." But if Demi actually is on Ozempic, this would not be good for her. Demi looked fit in these new photos with a defined jawline and cheekbones. While most fans were thrilled to see her happy and beautiful, others wondered how she looked so different all of a sudden. "How did she lose the weight like that?" one fan asked, while another wrote, "Lost another soldier to the copy and paste plastic surgery trend." One person commented, "I'm confused. reviews, "This doesn't look like Demi, LOL," and one Instagram user questioned, "Did you use Ozempic? Demi, what did you do? Why does everyone have surgery?" And one fan even wrote, "You look unrecognizable." And I have to say that I agree with these comments. Now, Demi has been honest in the past about using fillers, but could she have done more to achieve her new look? Many people think so. In 2024, Demi spoke to People magazine and said, "I'm always transparent with my fans, and this is something I wanted to share. It normalizes it and takes the taboo away from injectables. It's all about what makes you feel like your best self," she said. "Don't listen to naysayers, do what makes you feel comfortable in your own skin." She continued by saying that she gets Zomon injections every 3 months and that her treatment gives her natural looking results. But some fans think that she's gone overboard or decided to get other procedures done. And I mean, Demi looks completely different. In one of her photos, I actually thought it was James Charles and not Demi because she looked that different. Now, whatever she's doing, we just hope that she's doing it safely and is truly happy with herself, as we don't want to see anything bad happen to her.
Like a genie in a bottle, Ozempic in a pen has made our girl Christina Aguilera almost unrecognizable with her recent transformation. Christina Aguilera has shocked her longtime fans after appearing completely unrecognizable in a new photo shoot. The 44-year-old, who has been rumored to have used Ozempic, covered Carsey magazine with a new look following her drastic weight loss. Now, in one image, the beautiful singer sat cross-legged in a chair while wearing a very flimsy gold mini dress. Her blonde hair was kind of tousled and she had smoky eye makeup on. Now, while the shoot drew a lot of praise, many initially failed to recognize that Christina was the subject. One concerned fan said, "Why does she have a different face every time we see her?" With another person saying, "How is she Benjamin buttoning? I've always been such a huge Christina fan, and it's been so nice to see her look so happy, healthy, and thriving lately, and this shoot is so gorgeous." And in case you don't know, the term Benjamin buttoning is in reference to the film Benjamin Button with Brad Pitt, where he kind of ages backwards due to a weird medical condition. It's really long as heck, but worth a watch if you haven't seen it yet. Now, although she has not directly responded to Ozempic rumors, Christina recently remarked that she no longer feels the need to give a F about the public scrutiny on her body. Speaking about her early years in the music industry, Christina told Glamour magazine that, music bosses were unhappy when she gained weight in her 20s and said that they basically preferred her as a skinny teenager. Now, Christina said in the cover interview, "When you're a teenager, you have a very different body than when you're in your 20s. I started to fill out, and then, that was unacceptable because it was like, oh, she's getting thicker. Then I had industry people say they liked your body and how you were as a skinny teenager." The star's weight has fluctuated a lot over the years, with her recently sparking rumors of Ozempic use after, kind of debuting a 50-pound weight loss. She previously said she hated being super skinny and had started embracing and loving her new curves. Christina shocked fans again recently when she flaunted her dramatic new physical transformation when she walked the red carpet at the Airbnb 2025 summer release event. The pop star stunned in a very glamorous white dress, highlighting her shockingly small figure as she joined her longtime fiance, Matthew Rutler, at the event in Los Angeles. Now, Christina's appearance comes after she left fans chattering online earlier this month over rumors that she might have undergone plastic surgery on her face to achieve her transformed appearance. She was previously rumored to have gotten a breast augmentation after displaying a scar under her arm, which is a commonplace for, the surgical incision. Now, in October of last year, multiple plastic surgeons who had actually not treated her spoke about her seemingly transformed appearance, suggesting that she may have undergone a facelift to sculpt her cheekbones and smooth the natural lines between her nose and lips. Honestly, work done or not, but probably yes, plus Ozempic. Either way, to me at least, she looks very good.
Sharon Osbourne, a familiar face on television for decades, has always been open about her struggles with weight and body image. But in recent months, new photos of the 72-year-old media personality have left fans stunned. The dramatic change in her appearance is largely attributed to her use of Ozempic, a diabetes medication that has surged in popularity as a weight loss shortcut. Osbourne's journey and the visible side effects have sparked a broader conversation about the risks and realities of rapid weight loss through medications like Ozempic. Recent public appearances and viral videos have shown Sharon Osbourne looking thinner. Fans on social media have expressed disbelief, with comments ranging from concerns about her health to the impact of Ozempic on her appearance. This unrecognizable transformation has prompted questions about the medicine's side effects and the sustainability of such rapid weight loss. Osbourne began taking Ozempic for a while after years of struggling with her weight. She has spoken candidly about her experiences, revealing that she lost about 42 pounds in just 4 months, a rate of weight loss that even she admits was too much. Osbourne has also described initial weeks on Ozempic as quite difficult. One of the most talked about side effects among celebrities using Ozempic is Ozempic mouth, a term coined by dermatologists to describe the rapid loss of facial volume. This condition manifests as deepened lines around the mouth, sagging skin, and a more aged appearance. Dr. Michelle Green explains, many users of Ozempic who I know report noticeable volume loss on the face, which can result in the formation of fine lines, wrinkles, sagging skin, and jowls around the mouth. This volume loss can also worsen the appearance of existing fine lines, wrinkles, and skin laxity. While Ozempic is FDA approved for type 2 diabetes and in some cases for weight management, its use for cosmetic weight loss has raised alarms. Osbourne's experience highlights several health risks: excessive weight loss, metabolic changes, addiction to weight loss, facial aging, and gastrointestinal side effects. Despite her struggles, Osbourne has found some acceptance, stating, "I don't think I'll ever be happy with the way I look, but I'm now satisfied. It's taken years for me to say this, but I've learned my lesson. This is me. It's finally time to leave well enough alone." Still, her experience serves as a high-profile example of the potential downsides of using powerful medications for quick fix weight loss. Sharon Osbourne's transformation has ignited a wider debate about the use of diabetes drugs for weight loss, took the pressure to conform to beauty standards, and the unforeseen consequences of rapid body changes. As more celebrities and everyday people turn to medications like Ozempic, Osbourne's journey stands both as a warning and a testament to the complexities of body image in the modern age.
Katy Perry's almost completely unrecognizable in these new photos. Who or what is to blame? Is her divorce from Orlando Bloom taking a toll, or is this another case of Ozempic? Let's see. Okay, so who is that woman at Paris Fashion Week, and what has she done with Katy Perry? Because let me tell you, fans are absolutely spiraling after Katy stepped out in Paris looking, well, like a completely different person. And now the internet is asking the question nobody wants to ask, but everyone is thinking, is Ozempic to blame? Katy attended the Balenciaga show in a black latex look that was giving dominatrix Matrix reboot energy. But people couldn't focus on the outfit. Nope, all eyes were on her face. More specifically, what appeared to be a dramatically slimmer, hollowed out version of Katy we've all known since her whipped cream bra days. Now, comment sections instantly lit up with phrases like Ozempic face, she looks so different, and the classic, wait, that's Katy Perry? Now, before the Katy Cats come for me, I'm not dragging, I'm just reporting. And listen, the woman is 39 pushing 40 and still out here looking hot in latex, but this isn't about aging gracefully or switching up your look. This is about the undeniable wave of celebrity face shrinkage we're seeing right now, thanks to the rise of weight loss injectables like Ozempic and Mounjaro. And let's be real, Katy's face has changed drastically. She's always had those gorgeous round cheeks and youthful glow, but now her jawline is like razor sharp, her cheeks are almost non-existent, and her eyes look slightly more deep set. It's like the classic signs of what people are calling Ozempic face, a side effect of, well, rapid fat loss that can leave people looking gaunt or even prematurely aged. And no, I'm not saying Katy confirmed she's on Ozempic. She hasn't said a word, but the speculation is everywhere, especially after that viral Facebook video that had people gasping in the comments over how unrecognizable she looked. What's also fueling the fire? Well, Katy's sitting front row next to none other than Lauren Sanchez, aka Jeff Bezos' new wifey, who's also been accused of dabbling in the skinny shot lifestyle. Now, coincidence? Maybe. Hollywood power click aesthetic? Likely. Now, this isn't the first time fans have questioned Katy's evolving look either. Back in 2022, she sparked plastic surgery rumors after a very tight-faced American Idol appearance. But she clapped back, saying she's never had work done, only under eye filler, which she was very open about. And hey, props to her for being transparent, but with the current celeb trend of deny, deny, deny until you drop 30 pounds in 30 days, people are skeptical because this is exactly how the Ozempic era is playing out. You know, subtle shifts, gaunt cheeks, and celebs claiming it's just clean eating and dieting and working out. At the end of the day, maybe Katy's just evolving, maybe she's experimenting with her look, or maybe she's just tired of being called, you know, quirky and decided to go mystical faux, fashion villa in Paris, basically. But whatever it is, fans can't ignore the shift and the conversation around Ozempic face. It's not going anywhere, especially when more and more celebs are showing up looking less like themselves and more like slightly, haunted versions of their former faces. So what do you guys think though? Is this just fashion week glam gone wrong, or is Ozempic becoming Hollywood's worst kept secret? Let me know. Kelly Ripa posted a recent selfie and it has fans absolutely taken back. She is almost completely unrecognizable. For those who aren't familiar, Kelly Ripa is known for her longtime role as a co-host on Live with Kelly and Mark and her undeniable energy on TV. She also, became a style icon and fitness inspiration over the years, but recently new photos of her with her husband Mark Consuelos had caused a bit of stir online. And honestly, I can see why. First off, let's talk about how unrecognizable Kelly looks in this latest picture. It's not just the clothes or the setting, it's her overall transformation. Now, in the image, Kelly is wearing a red dress that, kind of perfectly highlights her very toned arms and fit physique, but it's not just the outfit that stands out, it's the way she looks a little too fragile and frail. Fans were quick to notice her look and strong features, which, has led to some really interesting reactions. Now, let's be real here, Kelly Ripa has always been known for her fitness, but this recent photo seems to be drawing, a lot of attention. Her arms in particular seem thinner than ever, and honestly, it's clear she's either been working out a little too much, or maybe, dare I say, on Ozempic. Now, Kelly's fitness has always been part of her public persona, but this photo has definitely taken it to the next level. Or while some are praising Kelly for being an inspiration, others are, a little bit more critical. Some are wondering if her transformation is due to extreme dieting or just really intense workouts. But let's not forget, Kelly is, again, known for her healthy lifestyle. So it's possible she's just putting in the work day in and day out to achieve this particular look. Now, another point that's been raised is the way she's aged. Kelly has always had a very youthful glow, but this photo shows her looking arguably much older than she actually is. One person online said she's got that Ozempic face, with another person saying it's giving skeleton. One person also said, not being mean, I do think she has a disorder. I hope she gets better and gets it checked out. She looks unhealthy. Love her and her husband. Now let's talk about Mark Consuelos for a second. In this photo, we also see Kelly's husband Mark, who looks, as charming as ever. The two of them together just kind of exude couple goals. I mean, not really for me, it's a no for me, but millions of others think that, so I'll let that ride. Now, it's clear that their love and support for each other are still going very strong after all these years. And at the end of the day's gotta end, and Kelly Ripa is a public figure who has built a brand based on her vibrant personality, her health journey, and her role as a loving wife and mother. It's not just about, how she looks, but also about the energy she brings to everything she does. So, while some may be surprised by how different she looks in these recent photos, others do see it as a testament to her hard work and dedication to living her best life. So whether you're a fan of her appearance or not, you have to admit Kelly looks drastically different. And whether that's good or not, it's her business, right? I mean, what do you guys think about Kelly Ripa's transformation? Rebel Wilson charmed fans as Fat Amy, her pitch perfect character that defined her public image and career as a plus size star in Hollywood, but now you can barely recognize her. While Wilson's weight loss came about as a result of multiple changes in her lifestyle, diet, and fitness routines, the star also shared that she used Ozempic. At least she's admitted it, because we all know more celebrities than not have denied it big time. Kelly Clarkson resisted using weight loss medication for years. However, as she told Whoopi Goldberg on an episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show, her doctor eventually convinced her to give it a try, and honestly, she looks great. She's very much been giving the American Idol era of herself. She literally looks 20 years younger. Jim Gaffigan's physical transformation has been really hard to ignore, especially since the comedian has not shied away from talking about it. Thanks to Mounjaro, a type 2 diabetes medication that is basically the same as Ozempic that cuts down on appetite, Gaffigan lost 50 pounds after his weight reached 270 pounds. Now in 2023, after getting a nudge from his doctor, Gaffigan decided to give weight loss medications a try. Kathy Bates' dramatic 100-pound weight loss left her nearly unrecognizable, leading social media users to speculate over the means she used to shed the pounds. The most obvious conclusion people drew point towards, of course, Ozempic. And though the star did admit to the use of the popular weight loss substance, she did come forward to clarify that it was not the only formula she used to get healthier. It was a diabetes diagnosis that actually drove Bates to make these changes. Oprah Winfrey is living her best life and looking her best too. The legendary talk show host is one of the most famous names to have openly talked about using Ozempic for weight loss, ultimately offering a major platform for conversations about the trend. Winfrey has also been candid about the stigma surrounding using certain medications for weight loss. Sharon Osbourne has been brutally honest, as she always is, about her use of Ozempic, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sharon, who has spent decades in the spotlight as the wife of Ozzy Osbourne, shared her struggled, with body images and an eating disorder. Now the weight loss even changed the look of her face, so much so that Sharon's husband said he almost didn't recognize her.
Now, Miley Cyrus has experienced ongoing physical transformations over the years, and some question if it's due to plastic surgery. In 2024, photos of her for cover art of a song and her appearance at the Grammys that year sparked speculation on whether or not she got plastic surgery, as people had been questioning her appearance. Now, talking to Reddit, many commented on the difference in her facial structure recently, believing that she had a buccal fat removal procedure done. "We need to imprison whatever plastic surgeon pioneered buccal fat removal," one person wrote. Now, Miley's also gotten veneers, and people think that they look just absolutely horrible, and people have even said that she looks like a horse. Can't tell if it's just the buccal fat removal or the giant veneers that make her look so off these days, a second person added, while someone else said she's had the nose job for years, but yes, she's wearing contour on top of that. Now, Miley's appearance at the 2025 Grammys looked very similar, as it appears that she's still getting work done. Modern Family star Reed Ewing opened up about how his body dysmorphia influenced his decision to get plastic surgery. "No one is allowed to be this ugly," he wrote in an essay. "It's unacceptable." He then explained that the disorder led him into a plastic surgery addiction, and that he had a number of procedures done, including cheek and chin implants, implant removals, injectable fillers, and fat transfers. Now, his first surgery was cheek implants in 2008. He believed this surgery would make him look like Brad Pitt. However, he was horrified by the results, which he described as horrendous. Now, this went on for years, with him getting surgeries and healing in between seasons of Modern Family. In the end, though, he said, "Plastic surgery is not always a bad thing. It often helps people who actually need it for serious cases, but it's a horrible hobby, and it will eat away at you until you've lost all self-esteem and joy. I wish I could go back and undo all the surgeries. Now I can see I was fine to begin with and didn't need the surgeries at all." Melanie Griffith admitted to having plastic surgery, but after she was criticized, she apparently had the procedure reversed. Now, Melanie had discussed the downsides of experimenting with cosmetic surgery in the recent years by saying she didn't know how addicted she had become to plastic surgery until people started saying, "Oh my god, what has she done?" In 2017, she admitted, "I had surgery 20 years ago, and then about 7 years ago, I started doing injections. I think I must have been allergic to it. I went to a different doctor, and he started dissolving all this that the other woman doctor had put in. Hopefully, I look more normal now." But some people still think she's had other procedures because she does not look like herself. But it seems like she won't be coming clean about that anytime soon. Now, Dove Cameron's facial transformation from 2008 to 2023 is shocking, to say the least. She has changed drastically, and while some of these changes are due to her just growing up, others seem to have been done by plastic surgeons. While Dove has been transparent about her image and body issues, she hasn't admitted to receiving plastic surgery, but numerous publications, including the US Sun, have speculated that Dove received a variety of cosmetic procedures throughout her time in the spotlight. According to these sources, cosmetic and dermatological experts have spotted radical differences in her features. In fact, they allege that Dove's facial transformation was so notable that it couldn't just be from natural aging and weight loss. It's been said that she's had a nose job, cheek fillers, a fox eye lift, and more recently a buccal fat removal. Again, Dove has never admitted to this, but she could have just kept the procedures a secret. Since a viral video of Zac Efron in 2021, fans fans have had questions about his face and if he's had any plastic surgery done. I mean, his face just looks extremely different and it had his fans concerned. Many people just assumed he got a botched plastic surgery, but Zack did an interview with Entertainment Tonight and explained that his different looking face was due to a jaw injury in 2013. It wasn't due to a botched plastic surgery. You see, Zack broke his jaw and had to have his mouth wired shut after he was running through the house in socks, slipped and hit his face on the granite corner of a fountain and lost consciousness. When he woke up, his chin bone was hanging off his face. He added that when he was injured, the masseter muscles on the inside of his face and jaw compensated for his injury and grew massively in size, hence his transformation. Now, maybe we noticed a difference because back in 2021, Zack took some time off from physical therapy while in Australia, which accounts for the change in his appearance at the time. The masseter muscles just grew, he explained. They got really big. Now, at the end of 2024 and now in 2025, his look is way better. But still, there was one point where we could hardly recognize him. In March of 2023, fans were shocked when they saw singer Liam Payne step out on the red carpet. Now, Liam debuted a shockingly slimmed down face on the carpet, which didn't go unnoticed by fans or cosmetic surgery experts. He didn't look bad before, but his face, instead of looking soft and a little bit chubby, it looks modelish and rugged, celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Ratman Kassir said. Now, as Liam debuted his new look, fans theorized that the star had undergone the popular cosmetic surgery, buccal fat removal. Dr. Azza Hallam, a board-certified multi-specialist physician, says that he doesn't think that fillers alone could help Liam achieve such a defined look in the lower part of his face, so he agrees that buccal fat removal most likely played a role. Now, taking to Twitter, fans voiced their appearance by saying, "No effing way Liam Payne got buccal fat removal surgery." Now, safe to say fans were shocked, and I was too, as it appeared to come out of left field. Now, sources close to Lil Kim say that she spent over $19,000 to bleach her skin, get a nose job, and alter her cheekbones. In an interview in 2005, Lil Kim finally admitted to getting several nose jobs done, and back in the day, Kim was one of the first hip-hop artists to undergo plastic surgery. Now, it was widely speculated that she had also undergone breast augmentation, chin and cheek fillers, and an eye lift. And speaking about why she wanted to alter her face in the same interview, Kim said, "I think I did it because I was a little too vain at the time. I was trying to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist," adding that she was a bit excessive when it came to surgery sometimes. Now, looking at her past photos, there's definitely a huge difference between her face, and she doesn't even look like her old self. Dr. Jennifer Levine, a board-certified plastic surgeon, said it's clear that there's been some skin bleaching, and added that Kim has probably had her eyes done as well. But the biggest differences, according to Jennifer, are to her jawline. She could have had Botox injections under the jaw for a more chiseled look, she told Us Weekly, and in case it's not obvious, Kim probably had filler injected into her cheeks. And finally, Sharon Osbourne has had plastic surgery many times, but a facelift she had in late 2021 ended up destroying her face. At the time, she said, "I had a full facelift done in October, and I looked like one of those effing mummies they wrap up with bandages," she said to the Sunday Times in April 2022, adding, "It hurt like hell. You have no idea." Sharon said that after the more than 5-hour surgery, she was left looking horrendous. She told the surgeon, "You've got to be effing joking. One eye was different than the other. I looked like an effing cyclops. I'm like, all I need is a hunchback," she said. And yeah, that sounds seriously bad. Even her husband, Ozzy Osbourne, was shocked at the results. Sharon revealed he assured her though, "I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone." Now, she ended up getting reconstructive work done, and now she's satisfied with her appearance, but hopefully she'll stay away from getting more work now, but it seems like she's really addicted.
Courtney Cox's face took a wild detour. She went from friends to frenemies with fillers to finally finding the one with natural beauty. The actress's face has been on a wild ride, and her candidness about it makes her the Monica Geller of cosmetic regrets. Like many Hollywood stars, Courtney felt the pressure to hit pause on aging. She dove headfirst into the world of fillers, injections, and lasers. As she admitted, she was chasing that elusive fountain of youth. But somewhere along the way, things took a detour. She eventually realized she'd gone too far, confessing she looked really strange with all the enhancements. In 2017, she decided to dissolve her fillers, embracing a more natural look. It was like she Marie Kondo'd her face, getting rid of anything that didn't spark joy. Now, Courtney's all about aging gracefully, sticking to minimal laser treatments and skincare. She's even sworn off cosmetic procedures completely. Her journey is a hilarious and relatable reminder that sometimes less is more, and the best friends are the ones who tell you the truth about your overfilled cheeks. Kylie Jenner's face has had more work done than a fixer-upper. The youngest Jenner's transformation is a wild ride of fillers, implants, and ever-evolving features, leaving us wondering, what will she tweak next? Kylie's cosmetic journey began with lip fillers, addressing what she called an insecurity. This led to the infamous Kylie Jenner Lip Challenge, which sent teens to emergency rooms with swollen, bruised, and sometimes punctured lips. Talk about a beauty disaster. Later, Kylie confessed to getting breast augmentation at 19 before having her daughter Stormi. Now she regrets the decision, wishing she'd waited. It seems even the beauty mogul has second thoughts about her choices. Of course, the rumor mill doesn't stop there. Experts speculate about rhinoplasty, cheek fillers, and jawline contouring. While Kylie hasn't confirmed these procedures, side-by-side photos show a noticeable difference. Whether it's a little nip and tuck or a full-blown makeover, Kylie's transformation has definitely kept us on our toes. Tara Reid's quest for perfection turned into a plastic surgery nightmare. The actress's search for a six-pack and perkier chest turned into a cautionary tale that's more terrifying than any Sharknado. Tara, seeking a body worthy of a Baywatch babe, underwent liposuction and chest augmentation. But the procedures went south, leaving her with a ripply, bulgy stomach and deformed nipples. One surgeon gave her C-cups, even though she asked for big B's, and was not satisfied. As she would later lament, "I was on the websites as having the ugliest implant surgery in the world. Ouch." Then came Taradice, her short-lived reality show. Turns out, partying on camera wasn't the best career move. As she would admit, it was probably the stupidest thing I ever did. I didn't know it was going to ruin my career. Double ouch. A wardrobe malfunction at a P. Diddy party in 2004 added insult to injury when she accidentally exposed her botched implant to the world. It was a field day for the paparazzi, and Tara was devastated. Tara eventually underwent reconstructive surgery and sought therapy to address her confidence issues. Her story is a reminder that sometimes the pursuit of perfection can lead to a total disaster. Heidi Montag took 10 surgeries in a day, a little too literally. The Hill star's pursuit of perfection led to a shocking transformation, proving that sometimes less is more, especially when it comes to cosmetic enhancements. In 2010, Heidi became infamous for undergoing 10 procedures in a single day. A cosmetic surgery buffet that included a nose job, chest augmentation, liposuction, brow lift, chin reduction, cheek implants, lip enhancements, a butt augmentation, and ear pinning. It was a drastic makeover that left fans and critics stunned. So, what exactly went wrong? Her nose job, already a revision of a previous procedure, didn't quite deliver the desired result. As for her cheek implants, some experts believe they may look abnormal as she ages due to fat distribution changes in the face. Her chest implants were also excessively large for her size, potentially leading to back problems, drooping chest, and nursing difficulties if she has children. Recovery almost took her out after she was incorrectly dosed with pain meds, stopping her heart. Years later, Heidi's plastic surgery spree is less a quest for beauty and more a masterclass in what not to do. Her $100,000 makeover became a cautionary tale with complications galore, potential long-term health nightmares, and a valuable lesson. True beauty comes from within, and maybe a really good therapist. Donatella Versace's face is more House of Horrors than House of Versace. The Queen of Versace's transformation is a mix of high fashion and procedures that leave many fans wondering if she got lost in translation at the surgeon's office. Over the years, Donatella's face has become a canvas for what many suspect are multiple procedures. Experts speculate she's had a facelift to tighten skin, cheek implants or fillers for volume, a nose job to refine her nose, and an eyelid lift to reduce droopiness. The result? Skin so tight it could bounce a quarter, lips that resemble overstuffed sausages, and a nose that looks suspiciously different than it used to. What did she do to her face? One fan asked on social media. Some have claimed that Donatella's lips and cheeks are likely filled with silicone, pointing to a poofy appearance. "She doesn't even look like herself anymore," another fan lamented. "It's a transformation so dramatic that most don't recognize the designer." While Donatella hasn't confirmed any procedures, her ever-changing appearance has made her a poster child for cosmetic surgery that may have gone too far. Her transformation reminds us that fame and fortune can't buy happiness, especially if it costs you your original face. Michael Jackson's face was a masterpiece until surgery took the brush. The King of Pop's ever-evolving appearance sparked rumors and speculation, making him a poster child for plastic surgery gone wrong. Despite admitting to only 2 nose jobs, sources close to Jackson claim he underwent extensive procedures, including multiple rhinoplasties, cheek implants, a cleft chin implant, and eyelid surgery. One surgeon estimated Jackson had 10 to 12 surgeries in 2 years. The surgeries took a toll. Sources say his nose became so small because he was operated on repeatedly. Jackson eventually sought help to rebuild his nose using fillers after the cartilage collapsed. Original photos show a sharp contrast to the nose he later had. Beyond his nose, surgeons speculated that Jackson had a forehead lift and cheekbone surgery and altered his lips. Some theorize the whippings and emotional neglect from his father may have led to body dysmorphic disorder, fueling his desire for perfection through surgery. Jackson attributed his changing face to puberty, diet, weight loss, and stage lighting, denying most claims. Lil' Kim went from queen bee to a plastic surgery mystery. The rapper's transformation has left fans buzzing. Is it self-love or a surgical, oops, I did it again? Kim's journey started with fixing a broken nose, from unhealthy relationship patterns, plus sugar-sweetened lips for a film role. Rumor has it, the sugar was just the start. Experts whisper about multiple nose jobs, skin bleaching, cheek implants, and even a tummy tuck. Dr. Gary Linkoff speculates at least 3 nose jobs by 35. By 2012, Kim's signature heart-shaped face had vanished, replaced by a filled-in look that left many wondering, where's the real Kim? Her nose, let's just say pinched, is an understatement. And while Kim once declared, I'm a bad person, I don't care what nobody say, her changing face now sparks more concern than envy. Lil' Kim's extreme transformation has unfortunately contributed to her career decline, as she looks like a completely new person with a different ethnicity. Once known for her unique look and undeniable talent, she's now a tale about chasing an image instead of embracing who you are. Janice Dickinson went from supermodel to surgery addict. From strutting runways to going under the knife, Janice has never been one to shy away from changing things up. Janice got her first mini facelift at 32 while dating Sylvester Stallone, aiming to nix those pesky jowls. Over the years, she's openly admitted to a tummy tuck, multiple facelifts, Botox, and chest augmentation. She even declared she lives for plastic surgery. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing. She appeared on Botched to fix a chest augmentation, only to pull the drain tubes out herself. In 2021, she said Dr. Dubrow botched her chest during the televised procedure, a claim he seemingly denied. Now, in her late 60s, Janice has faced health scares, including chest cancer. Through it all, she's remained candid about her choices. While some may raise eyebrows at her transformation, Janice has always been one to live life on her own terms.
Charles Barkley is another proud user of Mounjaro, the type 2 diabetes medication he turned to after his doctor raised the alarm on health concerns stemming from his weight. Combining his medication with a routine of regular workouts, the NBA legend managed to downsize from 352 pounds to 290 pounds in just a few months' time, and he looks almost unrecognizable. Tracy Morgan knows how to get a laugh out of people, and one of his longtime signature tricks has been exposing his stomach. For years across red carpets and talk shows, the comedian has gladly lifted his shirt to show the world his frame that, as of late, has slimmed down significantly. Ozempic has played a key role in the evident changes in Morgan's appearance. Bonnie Chapman, daughter of Dwayne "Dog the Bounty Hunter" Chapman, is another public figure who has had a positive experience using Ozempic. Detailing her weight loss journey in a 2024 Instagram reel, she shared that living with PCOS impacted her ability to lose weight on her own. She's down 60 pounds and has never felt better, and we love that for her. Woof.
Some people are saying that Selena Gomez is on Ozempic, but what is the truth? Now, Selena recently shared a mirror selfie on Instagram where she was sporting a simple black tube top and exposing her midriff. Now, it was a photo meant to promote her brand, Rare Beauty, but more people were focused on the singer's looks, more specifically, her weight. Not long after the selfie went viral and was reposted by several different media platforms, commenters began to accuse her of using weight loss drugs drugs due to how much smaller she seems. And I mean, Ozempic is all the craze right now with celebrities in Hollywood, so is it a possibility that she's on it? Now, Selena has been outspoken in the past about her lupus diagnosis, and subsequent symptoms have affected her body as she has been known to fluctuate with her weight. Now, at the beginning of 2025, she announced that her lupus was in remission, and she started transforming into the once healthy star we watch grow up. Still, in the last few months, she's been looking thinner than ever and has started making fans and other internet users speculate that something is going on behind the scenes besides her lupus. Now, fans commented under the recent photo, asking the star what she's done. One user called the picture an Ozempic selfie and added, "What else is new?" Another harshly joked that Selena was an Ozempic ambassador, as an additional user accused the selfie being taken with the power of Ozempic. Did she Photoshop her body? Asked another user, cause wow. Now, Selena hasn't commented on the Ozempic comments yet, but she never hesitates to shut down negative remarks about her physical appearance. Last November, after trolls criticized her look at the Los Angeles premiere of her film Emilia Perez, accusing her of hiding her figure, she fiercely clapped back. "This makes me sick," she said. "I have SIBO in my small intestine. It flares up. I don't care that I don't look like a stick figure. I don't have that body," she slammed. End of the story. No, I'm not a victim. I'm just human. And yeah, dissing people for their weight gain or loss isn't that cool. Selena Gomez has been open in the past about her weight gain due to certain medications, and it's made her insecure, and then at some points she didn't like her body. So yes, Selena has lost a lot of weight, but her lifestyle has changed. With her lupus in remission, she's surely feeling better, and is probably able to do exercise and take care of her body better. And don't forget, she's also gearing up for her wedding to her fiance Benny Blanco in the next couple of months. Also, Benny loves to cook and has said many times that he likes cooking for the two of them. So maybe she's been eating healthier than before. Now, with all these different things going on, it's not hard to understand that her body would change and she would lose some weight. And who knows, maybe her doctor prescribed her Ozempic to help her with some of her lupus symptoms. Regardless though, I don't think it's any of our business. As long as Selena is healthy and happy, that's all that matters. Lindsay Lohan just had her birthday and she's looking as slim as ever. I mean, she looks like she's back in her 20s again with her youthful look. People though think that she's achieved this due to medication and different procedures. Now, in a March 2024 interview, Lindsay talked about the current skinny trend and how everyone is on Ozempic. She said, "Everyone's getting so thin now, I feel like everything always comes back full circle again, so this is that moment, and this too shall pass. But it does seem like there's pressure," she told the outlet. At the time, she wasn't really thinking about losing weight as she had just given birth to her son. "I was so attached to my son that my last thought was going on the treadmill," she continued. "I also feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves to have to look good so soon, but you look so beautiful postpartum. Give yourself time," she said. People now, though, think she has changed her mind, as at the end of 2024, she shocked everyone when she came out looking as young as ever. Now, many people speculate that this was due to plastic surgery. Plastic surgeons believe that it's a mixture of injectables like Botox, a brow lift, lip and cheek filler, as well as surgical procedures like an upper bleph, an endoscopic facelift, and a submental liposuction, which removes fat from the neck and chin. Now, fans were absolutely amazed by her transformation. Lindsay Lohan has the best facial plastic surgery in Hollywood, and it's not even close, read one December 2024 post on X, while another wrote, "If I could go to Lindsay Lohan's surgeon, I'd get a whole new face." Now, Lindsay though has shot down any plastic surgery rumors with an interview with Allure in October 2024, explaining that her new look is simply due to good skincare, although she does dabble in beauty technology on occasion. "I've tried Morpheus, IPL, and lasers," she said. "I try not to do them too much, but I'm always interested in what else is out there, what else is coming out. Fans, though, aren't too convinced. Now, in another interview with her publicist this year, they denied it again. The publicist shared, "The second she looks any different, they assume she had her face lifted at 37 or 38, that she's ripped apart this or that. It's so mean." Lindsay then chimed in by saying, "I'm like, when, with what time, where?" As Lindsay's publicist then explained, she apparently wouldn't have had time to even get a facelift. "I tried to figure that out, Linz, in the last 3 years, when you had time to do anything because I know your schedule," she joked. So the haters can hate and be jealous, it just sucks that's where they go with women in today's world. Women can't just look good to look good and change their lifestyle to be more healthy. Now Lindsay added, "You just have to do it and ignore everyone else." And again, she said that her new look was due to a new skincare routine, a healthier diet, and some less invasive procedures like laser facials, and some Botox. Everyone does Botox, Lindsay said simply.
Oprah is almost unrecognizable lately. Maybe it's dieting, maybe it's Maybelline, or maybe it's Ozempic. Oprah Winfrey is no stranger to scrutiny over her weight. For as long as she has been in the public eye, the icon's body journey has played out in the media, on magazine covers, and on episodes of her own, hit talk show that ran for 25 seasons. Oprah has said on many occasions that it was public sport to make fun of her for 25 years. And she said due to that, she has been blamed and shamed, and she blamed and shamed herself. And, Oprah said one hurtful moment came early in her career when she landed on, fashion critic Mr. Blackwell's list. She said, "I was on the cover of some magazine and it said dumpy, frumpy, and downright lumpy." She continued to say, "I didn't feel angry, I felt sad, I felt hurt, I swallowed the shame, I accepted that it was my fault." Winfrey now says that she is optimistic that she now has a better handle on how to maintain a healthy weight long term and rid herself of shame once and for all. Using a holistic approach that includes regular exercise and other lifestyle tweaks, Winfrey confirmed she has also added a weight loss medication to her regime. So yes, our spidey senses seem to have been right, guys. Oprah said, after knee surgery, I started hiking and kind of setting new distance goals each week. I could eventually hike 3 to 5 miles every day and a 10-mile straight up hike on weekends. I felt stronger, more fit, and more alive than I'd felt in years. Now, she says, I eat my last meal at 4 o'clock, drink a gallon of water a day, and use the Weight Watchers principles of counting points. I had an awareness of weight loss medications, but felt I had to prove I had the willpower to do it. I now no longer feel that way. She adds, I was actually recommending it to people long before I was on it myself. Once she reconciled the science, Winfrey says she released her own shame about it and consulted her doctor, who went on to prescribe a weight loss medication. She said, I now use it as I feel I need it, as a tool to manage, not yo-yoing. Now, opting not to name the specific medication she takes, she continued to say the fact that there's a medically approved prescription for managing weight and staying healthier in my lifetime feels like relief, like redemption, like a gift, and not something to hide behind and once again be ridiculed for. I'm absolutely done with the shaming from other people and particularly myself. Oprah Winfrey has revealed that taking, these weight loss medications have made her realize the truth about thin people. She said, one of the things that I realized the very first time I took a GLP-1 was that all these years I thought that thin people had more willpower. They ate better foods, they were able to stick to it longer, they never had a potato chip, but after taking the GLP-1, she realized that it wasn't willpower at all, it was a lack of intrusive hunger thoughts. Oprah revealed that the very first time she took the GLP-1, she realized that thin people don't even think about food. She said they're eating when they're hungry and they're stopping when they're full. The host went on to say that the media has made fun of her struggles, which she calls a disease. She said, every week I was exploited by the tabloids. Anytime any comedian wanted to make fun or make a joke about it, they would make a joke about it, and I accepted it because I thought I deserved it. Well, no one deserves that.
Madonna has debuted a new look and fans are concerned. Now, Madonna stepped out in a new natural look as she attended the 2025 Met Gala in May, but she doesn't quite look like how we remembered her. Fans have been saying that her facelift has disappeared. Now, this isn't the first time that she's shocked fans with a new look. When she hit the stage to present an award at the 2023 Grammys, she was completely unrecognizable. Now, many questioned whether she'd undergone some form of cosmetic procedure, and surgeons agreed that they thought she had work done. One said, she has undergone a facelift. This is obvious because her skin is tight and pulled back with no wrinkles. Her eyes also seem smaller, likely due to to being pulled during a facelift. Madonna previously had a natural nose that suited her face, and it appears as if she had a rhinoplasty since this version has a pointy tip and seems too narrow. Botox was also evident on many areas of her face, while pointing out the lack of expression lines and wrinkles, as well as her minimal face movement during her speech. Now, even though Madonna has denied plastic surgery, she definitely did something. Not to mention, Madonna loves Facetune and using filters. In her photos on her accounts, she seems perfectly airbrushed, no wrinkles, looking absolutely perfect. It seems like her face is ever changing and she won't stop this anytime soon. Now, something new about Madonna that fans are freaking out about though right now is the fact that she's related to the current Pope. Yep, you heard that right. The New York Times conducted a deep dive into the family tree of Robert Prevost, now known as Pope Leo. It reveals that through a Canadian ancestor, the Pope is a 9th cousin various times removed to multiple famous people, including Madonna and Justin Bieber. Now, Madonna posted on her Instagram story a photo of herself throwing her arms up in the air as her 94-year-old dad sits in a chair in front of her. It's captioned, "Silvio, we're related to the Pope. Strike a pose." Now, she also shared a social media post referring to the New York Times report. Pope Leo made history when he became the first ever American-born pontiff, and with Canadian roots, he's related to some stars. Now, it seems like Madonna is excited to find out that she's related to the new Pope. Madonna's link to the Pope comes 3 years after she asked his predecessor, the late Pope Francis, to meet and discuss her alleged 3 excommunications from the church. "Hi, Pope Francis, I'm a good Catholic, I swear," she wrote on Twitter in May 2022. "I mean, I don't, I swear. It's been a few decades since my last confession. Would it be possible to meet up one day to discuss some important matters?" She added, "I've been excommunicated 3 times. It doesn't seem fair. Sincerely, Madonna." Now, maybe Pope Leo will be able to help her out with this.
Kendall Jenner's plastic surgery is supposedly failing, or at least that's what social media thinks. Fans say her cheeks look overfilled, her jawline more angular, and she appears unrecognizable. Kendall denies surgery, saying makeup and lighting explain the changes, but fans online aren't too convinced.
Moving on to Khloe, she's been lying about her looks for years. Khloe Kardashian flat out denied a nose job for years, crediting contouring until she admitted it on camera. "I've had one nose job." She revealed it happened in 2019 and thanked Dr. Raj Kanodia for the work. Before that moment, she said it was all makeup and lighting tricks. While she framed her earlier silence as "no one ever asked," critics say framing was a strategic lie to keep up appearances. Kim has had many accusations of plastic surgery as well.
Fans think Kim Kardashian is hiding her face after a secret surgery. She walked into the 2025 gala wearing a nude Maison Margiela gown and a full face mask that covered every inch, and social media is flooded with questions. What's she hiding? Is it pure fashion stunt or an intentional disguise?
The sister with the most plastic surgery, though, is Kylie. Kylie Jenner's appearance has been a huge topic of debate for years, and many fans now think the reality star may have taken cosmetic procedures too far. Kylie first sparked worldwide speculation back in 2015 when her lips suddenly looked dramatically fuller. After months of rumors, she eventually admitted she had lip fillers, saying she was insecure about the size of her lips when she was younger. But that wasn't the only change people noticed. Over the years, fans have pointed out major differences in her face and body compared to when she first appeared on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, fueling endless plastic surgery rumors online. Kylie has denied many of those claims, insisting she has not had major facial reconstruction surgeries and that makeup, lighting, and fillers can drastically change someone's appearance. However, she has confirmed at least one surgical procedure, revealing that she had breast augmentation at just 19 years old, something she later admitted she regrets and wishes she had waited to do. Despite her explanations, critics still debate how much cosmetic work she's really had done, pointing to dramatic before and after photos circulating across social media. Their mother, Kris Jenner, has the most work done of them all. Kris Jenner is back in the spotlight, but this time it's not for just being the momager, it's for what she did to her face. First, let's talk about her viral facelift. Kris, now around 70, went under the knife again in 2025 for a major facelift, and people cannot stop talking about it. She worked with a well-known NYC plastic surgeon and came out looking noticeably smoother. tighter and almost unrecognizable compared to photos just months earlier. She even said she did it to feel like the best version of herself. But that facelift has turned into a whole conversation online for two big reasons. One, it made her look so different that people actually compared her to her daughters in viral memes. Two, fans noticed her hands, and people started saying her youthful face doesn't match her aging hands. In fact, people went crazy online with the phrase, "the hands never lie," because some pics showed her hands looking much older than her face, which fueled rumors that she might even go after hand rejuvenation surgery next. Truth is, Kris Jenner has been open about cosmetic procedures for decades, but this latest transformation has turned into one of the biggest celebrity surgery conversations online.
Kylie Jenner was caught crying during a new episode of The Kardashians about the hate she was receiving about her new look, as her face has seemed to completely change since she allegedly got plastic surgery. Now, Kylie Jenner is no stranger to fillers or Botox, but people think she's gone too far with her procedures now. At the beginning of the year when she was on red carpets, fans were calling her out for looking old. The comments came pouring in, with one saying, "What did Kylie Jenner do to her face? I read that she's only 26, but she looks old as hell here." Now, Kylie has addressed this on a new episode when she was talking to her sister Kendall. Kylie opened up about the backlash she received about her appearance and plastic surgery over the years. "It's like a miracle that I still have confidence and I can still look in the mirror and think that I'm pretty," she admitted to her sister Kendall as the two chatted on the couch. She went on to talk specifically about Paris Fashion Week, which she attended in September 2023. The younger Jenner said that for the first time, she decided she was not going to wear a lot of makeup while attending shows, which still prompted critics to attack her looks. "I'm wearing too much makeup and it's like you're wearing too much makeup, then I go and I don't wear a lot of makeup and someone catches me in a weird light," she complained. Now, speaking in a confessional setting, Kylie noted that it wasn't just this particular story that upset her. "I just hear nasty things about myself all the time," she told a producer behind the camera, adding that after 10 plus years in the spotlight, it just gets exhausting. Chrissy Teigen has also caught some flack for her looks recently. Chrissy revealed in September 2021 that she underwent fat removal from her cheeks. In an Instagram story, she wrote, "I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here," while pointing to her cheeks, adding, "And since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results, and I like it. Yeah, I did it. What?" Then in January 2023, Chrissy shared a screenshot via her Instagram stories of a social media user who alleged that her face looked puffy due to face filler. "Have you seen Chrissy Teigen's new face?" the user wrote at the top of the video. "This post is not out of mean intentions, it's merely here to discuss overfill and its possible consequences. Chrissy Teigen's new face. Look at how your face could become if you're doing it wrong. There's too much reliance on hyaluronic gel fillers and not enough focus on building foundations, skin structure, and support. This can result in a puffy and bloated effect." Anya Taylor-Joy was one of the first celebrities people think got buccal fat removal that started the craze. In a recent Reddit thread, many fans began sharing their theories as to why they believe Taylor-Joy went under the knife for a more sculpted and sunken look, emphasizing her cheekbones. "I wish she didn't do buccal fat removal, she looks so cute," one fan commented. "Her face is no longer round and puffy, but chiseled and a little sunken." One user wrote, "Why is no one talking about the obvious nose job and buccal fat removal from her cheeks?" Now, Megan Fox's face has definitely changed throughout the years, and people were convinced that she had some sort of work done. Now, she had enough, and in 2011, she denied having any work done, and to prove this and stop the rumors, she posted an album to Facebook titled "Things You Can't Do With Your Face When You Have Botox" that featured pictures of her making various facial expressions. Now, after this was posted, a dermatologist explained her photos actually proved that she did have Botox. Now, recently though, Megan opened up about all the plastic surgery she's had, and she said that she got her breasts done when she was 21 or 22, and then had them redone after breastfeeding her kids. According to her on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she said, "I got them done in between the first and second Transformers, and Megan got them done as a young woman, and later on she had kids, and breastfeeding ruined her breasts, so it forced the star to hide her chest and herself from the public until they were fixed." Except they didn't get fixed. According to her, the second time she got her breasts done, the implants were actually too large, and her body fat couldn't hide the edges of the implants, and they showed through her bare skin. Dove Cameron's facial transformation from 2008 to 2023 is incredible. She has changed drastically, and while some of these changes can be credited to just growing up, it appears that she's had some help from some plastic surgeons. While Dove has been transparent about her image and body issues, she hasn't admitted to receiving plastic surgery, but this hasn't stopped her from being the focal point of a lot of plastic surgery rumors. Now, numerous publications, including the US Sun, have speculated that Dove received a variety of cosmetic procedures throughout her time in the spotlight. According to these sources, experts have spotted radical differences in the former Disney Channel star's face features. In fact, they allege that Dove's facial transformation is so noticeable that it couldn't just be from natural aging and weight loss. It's been said that she had a nose job, cheek fillers, a fox eye lift, and more recently, buccal fat removal. Again, Dove has never admitted to this, but she could have just kept the procedures a secret. Now, Miley Cyrus has experienced ongoing physical transformations over the years, and some question if it's due to plastic surgery. Miley's faced rumors that she got a boob job when she was 20 years old after she started adding more chest-bearing clothing to her wardrobe. And recently, in new cover art for a new single and her appearance at the Grammys, people have been questioning her appearance. Taking to Reddit with a photo of the cover reveal, some fans couldn't help but call out the celeb's noticeably carved out cheeks. Many commented on the difference in her facial structure recently, believing she had a buccal fat removal procedure done. We need to imprison whatever plastic surgeon pioneered buccal fat removal. Now, she's also gotten veneers, and people think they look horrible, and some have even said that she looks like a horse. Can't tell if it's the buccal fat removal or the giant veneers that make her look so off these days, someone added. Now, in 2023, Liam Payne debuted a shockingly slimmed down face on the red carpet, which did not go unnoticed by fans or cosmetic surgery experts. He didn't look bad before, but his face, instead of looking soft and a little bit chubby, it looks more modelish and rugged, celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Ratman Kassir said. Fans theorized the star had undergone the popular cosmetic surgery buccal fat removal. Now, taking to Twitter, fans voiced their opinions by saying no effing way Liam Payne got buccal fat removal surgery. Liam Payne getting buccal fat removal is sending me to the actual moon. And a third wrote, still can't believe Liam Payne got buccal fat removal. Now, Dr. Azza Helm, a board-certified multi-specialist physician, says she doesn't think that fillers alone could help Liam achieve such a defined look in the lower part of his face, so she agrees that buccal fat removal likely played a role. Courtney Cox has opened up and revealed she regrets certain procedures she's had done to keep up with Hollywood standards. In 2016, she said, "Getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I was trying to keep up with being older, and I have done things that I regret, and luckily they're things that dissolve and go away, so that's good, because it's not always been my best look." Admitting that she looked really strange after going under the knife. There was a time where you go, oh, I'm changing, I'm looking older, and I didn't realize that, I'm actually looking really strange with injections and doing stuff to my face that I would never do now. Now, a lot of people don't believe her though, as she still looks completely different. In late 2022, Lea Michele posted some selfies that had fans questioning if she got buccal fat removal done. On December 12, 2022, Lea posted a selfie of herself comparing her features to those of the White Lotus's character Lucia. Now, users took to Twitter and TikTok talking about how it was obvious that she had undergone buccal fat removal. Now, if you look at her before and after photos, it's kind of a jump scare because she looks so different. Now, many people online have begun to make fun of her, comparing her to photos of chiseled Squidward from the show SpongeBob. Now, is it mean? Kinda, but is it funny and true? Absolutely. Now, there's been a rise in this type of plastic surgery, and while the procedure has been around for over 50 years, I'm doing 3 times as many buccal fat reductions this year than I was 5 years ago, New York plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Janko says. Now, Lea hasn't admitted to having anything done, but clearly she did something. People's faces just don't change like that. And lastly, we have Lil' Kim. Sources close to Lil' Kim says that she spent over $9,000 to bleach her skin, get a nose job, and alter her cheekbones. In an interview in 2005, Lil' Kim finally admitted to getting several nose jobs done, and back in the day, Kim was one of the first hip-hop artists to undergo plastic surgery. Now, it was widely speculated that she'd also undergone a breast augmentation, chin and cheek fillers, and an eye lift, and speaking about why she wanted to alter her face in the same interview, she said, "I think I did it because I was a little too vain at the time. I was trying to be perfect, I'm a perfectionist," adding that she she was a bit excessive when it came to surgery sometimes. It's clear that there's been skin bleaching and that she probably had her eyes done as well. It's also said she could have had Botox injections under the jaw for a more chiseled look, and that Kim probably had filler injected into her cheeks.
So, cosmetic surgery has helped a lot of people feel more comfortable in their own skin, but what happens when your skin doesn't stay the same? Not so comfortable anymore, huh? Celebs have received plastic surgery very young, are now warning the new wave of young stars against getting plastic surgery procedures until they're older. But some ignored naysayers, going on to destroy their faces and bodies, and maybe now even their careers. Erin Moriarty has become the new face, literally, of young celebrities giving into public perception and beauty standards, partly because the dichotomy found in her getting plastic surgery when her character, Starlight, in the show that launched her fame, The Boys, struggles with media attention on her body and face and receiving pressure to look a certain way and appease beauty standards. For fans of her character to see Erin undergo surgery for the exact thing Starlight was trying to run from, it caused a mass wave on social media. It became the epicenter of a conversation on young women being deeply affected by beauty standards and what features are deemed beautiful or not. Megyn Kelly recently did a news story with the Daily Wire's Michael Knowles calling plastic surgery a social illness. Kelly used Moriarty, who has received buccal fat removal, a chin and jaw shave surgery, a nose job, microblading, and lip injections as her example, saying more and more young women are doing this, referring to unnecessary plastic surgery on an already beautiful face. Kelly said, "It's not about an objection to plastic surgery, it's about an obsession with turning yourself into a fake version of yourself. I find it like a sign of mental illness. I really want to get into the heads of these young girls and say, please don't do this." Another fan base that was quick to point out the differences in their fave celeb was Noah Cyrus's. Noah Cyrus, who actually looked quite similar to her sister Miley and her mother Tish in her younger years, first went through a shocking visual change circa 2020. She debuted lip filler and cheek filler and microbladed eyebrows, as was the trend at the time in beauty, and it's something she's maintained as a visual sin. But in 2023, it looks like she went a step further when she got a nose job, as was pointed out by her fans after she attended the January 2023 Paris Fashion Week looking shockingly different. And now, in 2024, she has sparked rumors for buccal fat removal, as she's recently debuted uber gaunt cheeks, the current trend thanks to Ozempic as well. Someone who's also faced some commentary for looking different from their debut days is Kwan Nara. The former Hello Venus K-pop idol turned actress's plastic surgery controversy was sparked when photos from her junior high days were leaked online. There are some noticeable differences, primarily in the brow bone and nose area, which sparked discussions and some rumors about her having had plastic surgery. As the rumors escalated, she eventually addressed the speculation through a TV episode of Taxi, after the host admitted to having had plastic surgery himself on his nose and eyes. Nara explained, "I was shocked by my appearance at the beginning of my debut and have been consistently working on staying in shape ever since." She also insisted she never received plastic surgery, but that she's just been getting Botox for a long time. Despite her claim, plenty of her adoring fans did send messages of positivity and love, claiming even if she did have plastic surgery, as many still suspect she did, they weren't going to judge her for it. Reed Ewing, however, judged himself pretty harshly and shared how that affected his plastic surgery journey in the Huffington Post. The Modern Family actor expressed in an essay he had written about his heartbreaking battle with body dysmorphia. Ewing revealed that after moving to LA for bigger and better gigs, he became obsessed over what he perceived to be imperfections in his appearance as a man. That he wasn't handsome enough, chiseled enough, that these things would affect his career and his castability. His first plastic surgery as a result is at 19 when he gets cheek implants, which he described as incredibly painful both physically and emotionally. He had to wear a mask for weeks after the procedure, which led to him temporarily avoiding his home to avoid people knowing he had had it. Ewing claimed that the implants had actually made his face appear more gaunt because they defined his cheekbones rather than the actual cheek, and his second doctor then suggested a chin implant as a correction, instead of just removing the problem implants. Ewing got additional procedures, which led to more procedures, all in an effort to correct the prior ones. He had essentially become addicted to plastic surgery and explained that never once did a doctor recommend removing the things and just getting therapy. They always recommended doing more and more, feeding into the addiction and lining their own pockets. Reed has since sworn off plastic surgery in 2023, claiming it made him feel even more insecure and isolated than he did before he got any work done at all. Nikita Dragun needed plastic plastic surgery to help her blossom into the woman that she is. But she too, like Reed, became addicted and fell into a pattern of unnecessary surgeries that chased down imagined imperfections. Nikita, who was born the male sex, transitioned to the female sex over the past decade and shared that journey online, earning millions of followers in the process with her bold and brash personality. But in 2018, Nikita decided to get real about another side of herself she wasn't documenting. To quote, "I recently broke this addiction," she expressed, "and I know that's a lot to take in, but let me explain." Nikita shared that the hardest part of her transition was her hormone therapy. The changes in her body resulted in her being critical of her appearance, suffering from body dysphoria, and ultimately leading her to undergo more and more cosmetic procedures. Getting her brow bone and jaw shaved, she got 4 nose jobs, she got Botox, she got breast implants, which required more surgery to fix the complications with the breast tissue following. To quote, "I felt this immense pressure to need to pass, to need to be a woman, to need to feel this level of confidence. So I was really in this dark place where I had to look in the mirror and stop myself from wanting to change everything because it got to the point where I didn't even know why I was doing the surgeries anymore," she explained. Thankfully, the starlet has recovered from her addiction and continues to be an advocate for transgender youth and those with plastic surgery addictions. Crystal Hefner also came clean about her plastic surgery addiction and how it was shaped too by the unrealistic pressures put on women to fit certain parameters of beauty, or otherwise they'd be deemed unwomanly. As a Playboy model and one of Hugh Hefner's wives, Crystal Hefner felt that she was expected to look a certain way, explaining years later, "I don't know whether I felt empowered by dressing scantily clad, showing cleavage, etc., or if I just felt it was expected of me or what," she shared on Instagram. Whatever the reasons were, Hefner had a variety of surgeries performed on her, which eventually took a toll on her health. Her breast implants caused memory loss, spatial disorientation, migraines, and fatigue, and a fat transfer surgery almost cost her her life. After all her negative experiences with cosmetic alterations and exhausted of maintaining the Hefner image after the dirtbag's death, Crystal opted for a more natural look, both in real life and on social media. To quote her, "I removed everything fake from my body and I deleted all my old photos. I am more authentic, vulnerable, and I feel I belong more to myself." She further explained she had concerns about who would stick around with her account moving in that new direction. "As I saw followers drop by the thousands every day, I was in the red. I was watching girls that had similar pages keep posting the same scantily clad stuff and growing exponentially while I tanked hard." But in the end, while she initially lost followers, her numbers eventually rebounded into a fan base that respected her authenticity. This next influencer once gave an Instagram shout out to a plastic surgeon. It's Sophia Richie. The plastic surgeon she shouted out in question was celebrity Jason Diamond, to whom she accredited, "Thank you for always taking care of me." Though Sophia, 29 at the time, didn't specify what work she'd had done, Dr. Rodriguez, who's a board-certified internal medicine physician, suggests based off her age and her facial changes during aging, to quote, "Sophia has likely received a rhinoplasty, lip fillers, and under eye filler, and maybe chin filler. As for her wrinkle-free skin, probably Botox injections or laser treatments." Speaking of barely there adjustments made through plastic surgery, Hailey Bieber has had some sneaky subtle style of work done on her as well. Most of the young celebs nowadays, it's very subtle. Or do you not remember the iconic Kanye 2022 moment where for no reason during social media rant he aired out the fact Hailey had a rhinoplasty, calling her nose job Hailey Bald Loose? The model, 27, vehemently denied it at the time, but the rumor's been following her forever, and understandably so when past and present pictures are lined up. According to Dr. Ramtin Kassir, founder of Kassir Plastic Surgery, he thinks she got work done specifically around her eyes. To quote, "She likely had a blepharoplasty, aka a brow lift, or some expertly injected Botox around the brows." Another starlet who had blink and you miss it minor plastic surgery was Dove Cameron. There's no denying this one. The Descendants star, 28, has been acting since 8, so it's not surprising her look would evolve, but her acid changes suggest more than just growing up. Dove really looks like how she did when she was younger, just if you also happen to grab the skin around her temple and upper cheekbone area and yank it back towards her hairline. Dove has gotten a rhinoplasty as well as upper blepharoplasty, as her eyelids are no longer as hooded, claims Dr. Carlos Rodriguez, director of Skinny Med Spa. He also threw in the speculation her lips may have filler, but he can't determine that as a factor of age or not, unlike very obvious brow lift. And last up is a celebrity whose subtle surgery combos became not so subtle when paired together. It's actually Miley Cyrus. Pair up her buccal fat removal, the big veneers with lip filler, eyebrow lift, and her newest diet of Ozempic, and you got a Miley Cyrus that looks like a permanently surprised Tim Burton character. This exact cocktail is what almost all our adored female celebrities have had done in the recent years. It's a surefire winner, and it highlights all the features most popular in bone structure and faces right now. But that's the thing. Just because a feature's popular doesn't mean you can make it suit your face. Take Cyrus's notoriously soft cheeks and round face. It's completely genetic. You see them on both her parents and her siblings. But Miley decided to suck the buccal fat out and expose her cheekbones, which her face isn't really meant to do. It's caused the singer to look extremely gaunt. It clashes with her newest set of veneers, which they themselves are a whole other problem because they're too big for her mouth. You haven't noticed she's always had it open recently? I think she's playing it off well as an aesthetics thing, but it genuinely seems like it's just uncomfortable for Miley Cyrus to have her mouth closed around those giant veneers. You can even see the difference between them and her authentic teeth photographed in years prior. Meanwhile, up top, Miley did an eyebrow lift, which is to help her cheekbone not look so much gaunt as delicate, but it didn't really take. Instead, Miley is given a distinctly surprised and skeletal looking face, and since her cheeks were drained and her eyebrows yanked back, her eyes are looking larger than life in the middle. Well, the singer's newest 70s style aesthetic, 70s country blend aesthetic is helping carry these newly augmented features, as is her stylist. You know, the big coiffed hair distracts from the yanked back eyebrows, slinky 70s dresses distract from an alarmingly thin Ozempic frame, etc, etc. There's no denying Miley's had some very in-your-face work done on, well, her face.
Has Zoe Kravitz become another casualty to Ozempic? Fans think so, since these recent photos have surfaced. Zoe Kravitz stepped out in NYC recently, and the internet absolutely exploded, but not in the usual style goals kind of way. She was leaving the Bowery Hotel in the East Village rocking a vintage Black History Month tee, barely there black track shorts, dainty kitten heels, oversized sunglasses, and of course, an iced coffee. Totally Zoe, but this time the chatter wasn't about the outfit. It was actually about her body. People barely recognized her, and now the internet wants to know, is Ozempic to blame? The photos had fans instantly divided. Some were here for the look, calling it iconic, effortless, and classic Zoe energy. Others, not so kind. The comment section lit up with words like too thin, malnourished, and she doesn't look healthy. And of course, the breakup with Channing Tatum last year got dragged into it because apparently if a woman loses weight after a breakup, the world assumes heartbreak or these days a prescription. Then came the Ozempic whispers, you know, the medication originally made for diabetes that somehow turned into Hollywood's favorite weight loss cheat code. Yeah, everyone from Sharon Osbourne to Oprah to literally half of your favorite reality stars have been linked to it. And even if there's zero confirmation Zoe's using it, no reps have said a thing, the internet doesn't need receipts to start a rumor. But it didn't stop there. Some fans jumped to her defense, calling the, out of the body shaming and reminding people that Zoe's always had a slim frame, which, to be fair, is true. She's never been curvy or full figured. This look is definitely more striking, but is it really that far from her usual aesthetic? Or is it just that we're looking harder now that Ozempic is everyone's favorite scapegoat? Also worth mentioning, Zoe's got a lot going on. I mean, she just landed an Emmy nomination for her role on Apple TV's The Studio, and she was recently spotted at a show with Austin Butler. So yeah, she's living life. And who knows? I mean, new projects, new routines, new relationships, maybe even stress. I mean, any of that could explain the physical changes. But the timing is wild. I mean, in 2025, Ozempic is more than a weight loss trend. It's literally a cultural obsession. It's showing up in memes, red carpets, and pharmacy shortage headlines. People who need it medically can't even get their hands on it, and meanwhile, TikTok is full of before and after slideshows. So when someone like Zoe shows up looking drastically different, well, the assumption isn't diet and exercise, it's Ozempic. Let's be real, she does look thinner than usual in these pics, but that doesn't mean she's on anything. People's bodies do change, and the internet needs to kind of calm down with the jump scares every time a celebrity gains or loses 5 pounds. So is it fair to speculate? Probably not. Is it going to stop people? Definitely not. But unless Zoe or her team actually speak on it, all we're doing is gossiping. And let's not forget, I mean, this is a woman who's been in the spotlight her whole life. She knows how to navigate a look, a photo op, and a rumor mill. If there's something she wants us to know, she will say it. Until then, maybe we just let Zoe Kravitz drink her iced coffee in peace. Today's tea, Kathy Griffin is unrecognizable in new photos. That's right, the comedy queen took us all by surprise when she stepped out in Malibu looking, well, very different. Is that really Kathy Griffin? That was my reaction when I saw these pics. She's makeup free, freshly facelifted, and rocking wild natural hair that covers half her face. I honestly thought it was Carrot Top, no joke. She was spotted out for a walk in Malibu with a male companion. She looked casually cool in a white tee, which is her own merch from the 2018 Laugh Your Head Off tour, and black pants. In case you missed it though, Kathy just unveiled her second facelift. Her first, if you care or can recall, was in 1998. She announced it on Instagram, explaining her decision to be open about the procedure and say no to stigma. She even called out the double standard. Why do people mince words when women get work done? So when she stepped outside without makeup and fresh from the surgery, she looked almost unrecognizable. And I'm still not sure in a good way or not. Let me circle back on that another time. And also, check out her hair. No perfect red wig, no red carpet glam, just her hair flowing free in the breeze. Griffin is no stranger to making wild hair transformations in the past though. She previously shaved her head in solidarity with her sister Joyce as she underwent chemotherapy in August 2017. Since then, Griffin took up the habit of wearing wigs, which she refers to as her magic hair. This scene was a stark turnaround from her appearance in her June 19th YouTube video. In the clip, the comedian sat down on her couch in full hair and makeup glam as she sat next to one of her wigs while telling her followers how she turned down a $1.4 million offer to host The View in the mid-2000s. She said, "I am just going to be honest, I had to turn it down because at the time between doing the reality show, My Life on the D-List, and touring, I was making about $10 million a year." Griffin, who was also busy caring for her parents, added, "I had to turn down The View because I would have had to uproot my whole life." Griffin had made several trips from Los Angeles to New York for appearances on the show at that point, which allowed her to build a very close relationship with long-tenured co-host Barbara Walters. So when she decided not to take the offer, Griffin explained that she felt she owed, Barbara an explanation. Griffin told her, "I want you to know why I'm going to say no. It's not that I think I'm too good for the show, it's the opposite. The show is too good for me. I don't want you to think I'm blowing smoke, but between moving costs and I'm so entwined with my mom and dad, I have a house in Los Angeles and it just isn't feasible for me to do, but I want you to hear it directly from me." Well, this recent drop in the wind moment is so Kathy. She's raw, unfiltered, and owning her real, even with a fresh facelift. It's refreshing to see a star embracing that after, look of hiding it basically. Plus, she's flexing authenticity in a world of filters and facelifts. So, is Kathy Griffin unrecognizable in these new photos? Absolutely. Did she give me a bit of a jump scare? 1,000,000%. But is she still the fierce, hilarious queen of comedy? She sure is. She's flipping the script, stepping out raw, real, and unapologetically herself like always.
Michael Jackson looked extremely different from the beginning of his career right up until his death. Now, a lot of people think this was due to plastic surgery and various health issues he had. One of the most noticeable changes was his nose. Now, he actually eventually admitted to getting a nose job in a 2003 documentary with Martin Bashir. He said, "I had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes. I'm telling you the honest truth. I didn't do anything to my face," he said. Then there was the issue of his skin color though. Michael told Oprah Winfrey back in the early 90s that he suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition that created pale blotches on his body. His dermatologist, Dr. Arnold Klein, confirmed that in 2009, saying his was bad because he began to get a totally speckled look all over his body. It was all over his body, but on his face significantly and his hands, which were very difficult to treat. Now, it's been rumored that he used bleaching cream to make his skin tone more even. However, other experts have claimed that Michael had a lot more done than just one nose job and skin lightening. Michael got his first nose job in 1979, and he claimed he got the surgery not because he wanted a smaller nose, but because he broke it during a dance rehearsal and needed an operation. But then he got it done more times. Now, LaToya Jackson appeared to follow in her brother's footsteps when it came to getting botched plastic surgery, especially on her nose. On October 13th, 2017, LaToya was spotted dashing out of a drugstore. Now, strangely, she was wearing a hairnet, leading sources to speculate that she'd undergone cosmetic work earlier in the day. Now, this is valid for people to assume because if you look at photos of her throughout the years, you can literally see her nose shrinking, and obviously that's not natural. As her face evolution was then reviewed by a panel of America's top plastic surgeons, and while none of them had treated LaToya, they all agreed that she's undergone the knife for multiple nose jobs. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Lisa Rinna turned heads recently, and not in a good way, due to how her face looked. Now, Lisa attended the 2024 Fashion Trust US Awards in Beverly Hills in April, but as soon as photos and videos were released of the star, people began questioning her looks, claiming that she had too much face filler. Now, Lisa then responded to the comments about her looks, saying that she used SkinVive, which is described by the FDA as a gel implant or dermal filler that is injected in specific areas of facial tissue to add definition or reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Now, she said this was not good for her. SkinVive is not good for everyone, and it was not good for me. Luckily, we could dissolve it today. Phew, she wrote. Now, there were also concerns of her lip fillers that she's had in the past, as the silicone caused hard and bumpy scar tissue on her lips. Now, Madonna's face has been ever changing, and there's been a lot of speculation that she's gotten a lot of work done. But in 2023, she finally admitted that she had plastic surgery, but she has not revealed what the procedures were or how often she's gone under the knife. Board-certified surgeon Dr. Barry Winterbob, who reviewed before and after images of Madonna, said he saw signs of at least 12 cosmetic facial procedures, which he estimates would have cost multiple six-figure sums, which is not surprising at all. Now, accusations really came to a head after the singer presented an award at the 2023 Grammys. She looked nothing like her past self, and fans were calling her out on social media for her excessive plastic surgery. Now, it's been reported that she was affected by these comments, and she accused those of making the comments of ageism and misogyny at the time, but later admitted to having plastic surgery after posting a photo with the caption, "Look at how cute I am now that the swelling from surgery has gone down, LOL." Now, this isn't the first time that fans have accused Madonna of trying out plastic surgery, as in the 1990s there were rumors that she was trying out Botox and was undergoing a nose job. She's never confirmed or denied these allegations, but looking at photos of her and comparing them, you can tell there's a huge difference, which you can't just attribute to aging. Now, Joan Rivers was the queen of plastic surgery. Joan passed away in September 2014, and afterwards, her daughter Melissa wrote a memoir called The Book of Joan: Tales of Mirth, Mischief, and Manipulation as a tribute to her life. In the memoir, though, she revealed that Joan had 348 cosmetic operations over her life and was never happy with the way that she looked, which fed into her sense of being less than. Now, that is truly just insane to me. Now, when speaking about the plastic surgery, Joan said, "My motto is better a new face coming out of an old car than an old face coming out of a new car." Now, Joan admitted to having Botox injections, several nose jobs, an eye tuck, liposuction, and a few facelifts. Now, in the end, Joan passed away due to a botched elective surgery she was having on her throat, and every surgery had a risk, but she didn't care, which in the end contributed to her death. Heidi Montag went overboard when it came to plastic surgery. I'm honestly surprised that no one put a stop to it because it seemed so dangerous. In 2010, she had 10 cosmetic procedures done in one day. Yes, 10 of them. Now, the star was just 23 years old at the time, with the surgeries including a chin reduction, liposuction, a breast augmentation, a brow lift, rhinoplasty revision, facial fat injections, and an ear pinning surgery. Ahead of her operations, her surgeon told her that she would recover within a few months, but it actually took her over a year to get back on her feet and back to normal. "I could barely talk, my jaw, I had part of my chin sawed off. I mean, it was really a lot," she said. "We had to have houses at the house for months to help me recover." Now, she also had something really scary happen during the procedures that she finally spoke about in 2018. She told Paper Magazine that she actually died for a minute at the recovery center post-surgery, after she was given an incorrect dose of a painkiller. "My security guards called Spencer, who is her husband, and told him Heidi's heart stopped, she's not going to make it," she told the publication. Yeah, it's absolutely insane that she was able to get all of that done at the same time, and shame on the surgeon who did that to her. And now we have Tara Reid admitting to getting a botched boob job and body contouring procedures in the past. Now, in an interview, she said that she consulted a plastic surgeon in 2004 and she asked for big B's, but instead he gave her C cups and she didn't want them. Now, after the surgery, she immediately noticed that her nipples were deformed. But after 6 months of it's going to get better, it started to get worse and worse. I never thought I'd have nipples that looked like this, she said. Then, to make things worse, she had a nip slip on the red carpet at P. Diddy's 35th birthday party in New York. Now, it wasn't just the fact that she had a nip slip that made headlines, it was because it was revealed to the world that her boob job was botched. Now, instead of her areola being a perfect round circle, hers was different, as if a chunk had been cut out. And after the incident, Tara was labeled Franken-nipple and later had to explain that her plastic surgery had gone wrong. She said, "I was already dealing with what it looked like. The last thing I wanted to happen was have the whole world see it." Now, she also had a procedure called body contouring done by the same surgeon and was unhappy with the results. "My stomach became the most ripply, bulgy thing," she said. "I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work." Years later, after doing some thorough research on doctors, she went under the knife again to get the previously botched jobs corrected. She says that she saw a therapist for about a year to get help with her confidence issues and she settled down.
Keeping up with the ever-changing beauty trends of Hollywood is tough and leaves many with regrets. Here are 10 A-list celebs that feel that they had ruined their face with plastic surgery at some point. In an appearance on Running Wild with Bear Grylls in 2016, Friends star Courtney Cox revealed she regrets getting some filler. During her appearance on their survival skills reality TV show, Courtney Cox said, "Getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I think I was trying to keep up with being older. I have done things I regret, and luckily they're things that dissolve and go away. So that's good, but that's not always my best look." She did let those things dissolve shortly after. Quite a bit later, in a 2022 interview with the Sunday Times, Courtney revealed that she thought she looked really strange after getting her procedures and that what she had done to her face she would never do now. Kenny Rogers is an absolutely iconic man, known for hits like She Believes in Me and Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer. The late singer has fans all over the world. Most fans were shocked when Rogers revealed a pretty major transformation in the early 2000s. His 2013 memoir, Luck or Something Like It, Rogers gives an explanation as to why he got the facial procedures done, saying that he did it because he was trying to keep up with the younger stars coming in and wanted a bit of a revamp. A 2012 visit to CBS This Morning echoed this sentiment. He also shared in this 2012 interview that he regrets it. He said, "I had the money to do it and I had time off and I regret that. But the truth is, I don't know what I would have looked like if I hadn't done it." The part that he has gone on record saying that he regrets the most was his eye job. This happened in a 2006 interview with People. He said that the eye job was too tight around the eyelids for him and that it drives him crazy. But he had found the humor in the situation thanks to friend Dolly Parton, the country queen herself and Rogers' duet partner on the hit track Islands in the Stream. Apparently, Dolly used to tease him about the various surgeries. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Kenny Rogers confirms all of this, saying, "Dolly and I used to laugh about it. I think he looks just fine after, but I can understand why he might have been upset with the after pictures." Khloe Kardashian has famously admitted that she was not happy with some of her procedures, specifically the fillers she had done in her face in 2015. According to the Daily Mail, Khloe allegedly said, "It did not work for me, I looked crazy, and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it all dissolved like 3 times. The fillers were done shortly before then-husband Lamar Odom's accident. Khloe revealed that when she had spoken to her doctor about the mess-up fillers, he said, "I think it's just too much was happening to your real emotions, so she tried to get the fillers dissolved." Khloe was overall not thrilled about the situation, saying, "It was a bummer, and now I'm afraid to do it again, and I'm almost like I swear things are still in my face." The entire thing was a pretty major reveal to Kardashian-Jenner fans, as Khloe has adamantly denied having any filler in the past. Just recently, Khloe has confirmed that she has had a nose job and has one regret about it, that she didn't do it sooner. That was shared via her Twitter accounts. Cameron Diaz disliked the way Botox made her look. She revealed this fact in a 2014 interview with Entertainment Tonight. The star of Charlie's Angels and Shrek shared that she has tried Botox before, where it was like a tiny little touch of something. It changed her face in such a weird way. She'd rather see her face aging than a face that doesn't belong to her at all. She went on to say that she doesn't want to smooth out the smile lines because that means she's smiled her whole life. While Botox might not be the choice for Cameron Diaz, she has no judgment towards people who do choose to get Botox. Ariana Grande is in a similar boat. In her Vogue Beauty Secret tutorial that was posted to Vogue's YouTube on September 12, 2023, Ariana shared that she has had a ton of lip fillers over the years and Botox, but now she's over and done with it. Ariana has disclosed that she wants to now see herself age naturally. Like Cameron Diaz, Ariana Grande wants to see her well-earned cry lines and smile lines. She continued to share that she stopped all those procedures back in 2018 because, in her words, she felt like hiding because it felt too much. While she did seem to be done for now, she isn't ruling anything out for the future. She's leaving the door open for the possibility of a facelift, but not for a long time, like at least 10 years. But even then, it's only a maybe, so we'll check back in a decade. Star of The Hills, actress Heidi Montag has made many headlines, but specifically in the field of cosmetic surgery. She is known for undergoing 10 surgeries in one day in 2010. 10 in one day at age 23. For the face specifically, she had a brow lift, Botox, and a chin reduction, plus more. In a 2012 interview with Access Hollywood Live, Heidi revealed she was definitely way in over her head, and she only wanted a few enhancements and then it kind of got out of hand. Further going on to say, I wasn't really told the repercussions and what would happen, emotionally and physically, and the pain I would be in. It was kind of a shock. As of that 2012 interview, Heidi hadn't received any additional work, wanting to focus on being healthy, alive, and strong in her words. Right after the surgery, she was open to more, but that has changed, especially more recently. In a 2019 interview with Cosmopolitan, Heidi shared her 32-year-old perspective on things, saying, I was way too young to make such life-changing decisions, and I was under so much pressure because it was the beginning of comment sections and negativity and hate on the internet. Being in the Hollywood spotlight is never easy, and I'm glad she has found peace with the situation. Jennifer Grey has regretted her nose job that she received in 1989, not necessarily because it didn't look good. I think she looks great either way. It's just when she changed her nose, it changed her whole face, and she was suddenly unrecognizable. This decision went on to hurt her career. She had just done the iconic film Dirty Dancing, yet she wasn't getting hired much after in Hollywood, probably because she looked so different. At least, that is what Jennifer Grey thinks. She said, I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous. Going further, saying, I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job. Though it was hard for her to get roles, she wasn't completely out of the game. She had some guest appearances on Friends and House, as well as a few TV movies. She did famously win the 2010 season of Dancing with the Stars. Makes sense. Kylie Jenner has one of the most famous pouts in the world, making a considerable amount of money off the lip kits she created, so you can have one too. However, she hasn't always loved her lips. It's no secret that Kylie has had lip injections, but in a 2016 interview with Allure, and also her sister, Kim Kardashian, Kylie admitted that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point. Kim agreeing with her. Kylie did explain herself, saying, I got excited and I felt I needed to do a lot, and then you guys were like, Kylie, you need to chill, and then I had to go back and have it fixed, and it was a crazy process. Thank God I didn't end up on botched. She regrets going overboard with the filler, but not getting it in the first place. Kylie's lips have definitely become a main part of her brand now, and I think they look great, and she seems way happier with them now. Just recently, on March 8th, Kylie sat down with the New York Times and shared some insight how she feels now, saying, it's just years and years of not feeling like my face or looks are accepted. There's nothing anyone could ever say now that would hurt me. Melanie Griffith is known for Working Girl, Lolita, and giving birth to Madam Web herself, Dakota Johnson. Love Dakota, but this ain't about her. Melanie Griffith sat down with Vanity Fair in 2017 to discuss life, love, and her past plastic surgeries. She said she hadn't noticed something was up with the procedures and the amount she was receiving until outside parties started pointing things out. Griffith shared she was hurt by constant comments like, oh my god, what has she done? And decided to take matters into her own hands. She started visiting a different doctor to get everything everything fixed up. She went on to say, I went to a different doctor and he started dissolving all of this stuff that this other doctor had put in. Hopefully, I look more normal now. I think she looks great and is rocking it on the red carpet. She has appeared alongside her daughter Dakota on a few and has been in a few films more recently, like The Disaster Artist. She was also in Stuart Little 2 as a little bird. That's not on topic or important at all, but it is important to me. Sharon Osbourne seriously regretted a 5-hour facelift she had back in 2021. In her own words, she thought she looked like a cyclops because one eye was different to the other. She was able to joke about the situation, saying, "All I need is a hunchback." The TV personality told the Sunday Times that the procedure was a full facelift and that she looked like one of those mummies that they wrap with bandages. It's a few years later though, and Sharon Osbourne, in my opinion, doesn't look like these descriptions at all. She looks great right now. Well, she was, and I cannot stress this enough, not very happy with the results, and neither was her husband, Ozzy Osbourne. He told her, "I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone." And she did. Sharon did have to wait until her face was fully healed before she could head back in the room, but eventually she was able to go back in and have everything corrected. Sharon is no stranger to cosmetic procedures and has openly spoken about the ones she's received in the past. While speaking to The Times, she revealed that she has had a tummy tuck, lifts to multiple body parts, breast implants, and Botox, as well as 3 facelifts. But it looks like Sharon Osbourne might be done with it all. In an interview with The Sun in April of 2023, she reveals that the previously mentioned disaster facelift has put me off and it frightens me. I really pushed it with the last facelift and I am now like, no more.
Starting off our list today at number 10, we have Kim Kardashian. When Kim Kardashian puts her mind to something, she can accomplish anything. So when the star wanted to accomplish her dream body, she clearly put in the work in the gym. Later, she would then talk about her journey with women's health when she told the outlet, "When it comes to booty and legs, we usually work out an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. However, her weight loss techniques did come a little controversial just ahead of the Met Gala last year when she opted to starve herself and amp up her workout routines in the process so she could just fit into the Marilyn Monroe Happy Birthday Mr. President gown. Kim's dangerous weight loss technique didn't come without any consequences, as the star did suffer from a psoriasis flare-up, and it was so bad she was even having trouble moving her hands because she was in so much pain. Number 9. Ariel Winter. Back in 2019, Ariel showed off some noticeable weight loss. She would then go on to share that she started doing some intense gym sessions, and when she found the right mental health medications, it would lead to her unexpected weight loss. She would then tell Women's Health, "Years ago, it was hard because I'd go to the gym with my trainer, and because of my antidepressants medications, I never saw results." Eventually, Ariel decided to switch up her medications, and she would note that she didn't do it for aesthetic reasons. When she said, "I didn't change my antidepressants because I wanted to lose weight. I just accepted it and it was fine. I got inspired to actually find medication that helped me as a person, and it did all the things I wanted it to do." But with her transformation, she's become a completely different person, which has us wondering if maybe she was swapped out in the industry for a lookalike. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming back to the list today, in the number 8 spot, we have Christina Aguilera. Back in 2013, Christina Aguilera lost 50 pounds so quickly to the point that she had us all wondering what her secret was, especially since she took off time from The Voice to do so. Christina would then speak about her journey, saying, "It's amazing what having some personal time can do, not only for the body but also for the mind and spirit." A source close to Christina would then expose her weight loss secrets to people by telling the media outlet she's been trying new types of foods and exploring new methods of exercise. The source then went on to say she wasn't doing so to go on a diet or to lose weight, but she just wanted to have a better mindset and well-being so she could have a better overall sense of good health. Christina also went on to credit her weight loss to Reiki, an ancient Asian practice that's said to heal your body and mind for her weight loss. Number 7. Jessica Simpson. When Jessica Simpson lost 100 pounds after giving birth to her third child, she would open up about how she found peace with her body after saying her role in the 2005 film Dukes of Hazzard created an unrealistic gold standard for her body. After she was seen parading her envy-inducing legs in a pair of super shorts while portraying Daisy Duke, the mom of three said the image from the movie has been used as a before picture for every "is she fat or is she thin" story for the rest of her career, which is just wrong. Why do we have to judge weight when we should be hyping women and their beauty up? Period. Jessica then went on to praise her celebrity trainer, Harley Paternak, as she went on to say that he eased her into activity slowly when he started her workout routine with 6,000 steps daily. Then he told E! News later he did this because it was a social thing that she would be able to do with her kids, and he built up her steps slowly with her reaching 14,000 steps a day, and it clearly worked, so give it a try. Number 6. Jennifer Hudson. Back in 2010, Jennifer Hudson would end up turning heads on the red carpet after she was able to drop from a size 16 to a size 6 after she decided to team up with Weight Watchers. Since joining the weight loss company, the star has been able to keep the 80 pounds off since. The actress would then later open up about her weight loss and using Weight Watchers when she sat down for an interview with Good Housekeeping. She then went on to tell the outlet, "I don't really have time to do much working out, so I really just had to watch what I eat." Jennifer then went on to note that's why she was able to accomplish all of her weight loss goals. She then went off at the end to say, "I'm very careful and cautious of what I'm eating, so I just try to pace out those meals throughout the day. I'm very conscious of what I put in my body." Number 5. Sarah Rue. When actress Sarah Rue shared her journey with Shape, she would gloat about how she used Jenny Craig to help her with her overall weight loss journey. She would then go on to tell the media outlet, "I was never really able to lose weight on my own. Clearly it was something I was struggling with, so I wanted a program that provides extra support. With Jenny Craig being a program that provides its users with as much support as they need, Sarah was able to do the whole fitness thing on her terms." She then decided to rely on professional training help to help her create a fitness plan and follow it, as she really didn't have any idea or clue about working out, so she really just needed someone to tell her what to do. But in the end, it ended up turning out great for the star. She was able to drop 50 pounds. However, even though the star looks stunning now, she's always been stunning, but I'm glad to see that she's finally comfortable in her own skin. Number 4. Melissa McCarthy. Whether you love Melissa McCarthy or not, she has proven herself to be talented no matter what people have to say about her. Well, back in 2011, Melissa would tell People magazine that she was able to lose around 75 pounds after she really put her body and mindset to work. With the actress being able to fit into a size 14 dress, she would know it was thanks to her laid-back lifestyle that allowed her to kick her life into overdrive to work on her overall image. While everyone was asking themselves at home, what did Melissa do to lose all the weight? She would later clear up all the rumors surrounding her weight loss when she told Extra that there was no trick and nothing to tell because she was actually just living a really boring life outside of her acting work. So then she went on to note that when you bring everything down and you don't have anything fun to do, you go to bed around 7:30, and that's what her trick was. But I once heard another celebrity say that they tell everybody their lives are boring, so they just leave them alone. So she probably actually has a really fun life and doesn't want to tell us the truth so we don't catch her on the dance floor in Ibiza with Margot Robbie at 3 a.m. Number 3. Jordin Sparks. When American Idol star Jordin Sparks was able to lose around 18 pounds in 18 months in 2012, E! News would report on the singer's journey. Later, Jordin would then sit down for an interview with Shape, and in the interview she would tell the outlet, "I just wanted to be healthy. I remember thinking, I'm in my prime. I should be happy and fit." Jordin then went on to note that she started walking every day and watching her portion sizes. She then worked with a trainer to help build her muscle. She then went to tell Redbook that there is no quick or magical way to lose weight, and if you want to do it, you have to do it in natural ways. And that's by sticking to your exercise and diet routine. And you just have to not only believe in yourself, but you also have to believe that you can do it, and you have to do it at your own pace. Number 2. Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen began his acting career when he joined the cast of the 1999 series Freaks and Geeks. With the growth of his career making him a household name, fans would start to notice that his appearance has changed frequently over time, and the topic of Seth Rogen's weight loss has actively been starting to hit headlines since back in 2009 after he was seen losing 30 pounds so he could play the role Ronnie in the film Observe and Report. The actor's weight loss impressed fans so much he would later reveal in an interview that everyone wanted to talk to him about his new appearance. Years later, fans are still gushing about him as he appeared on the cover of GQ summer issue, then again after he was seen losing even more weight to play a role in the 2022 series Pam and Tommy. But honestly, Seth has always looked really good, and I just have one question for him. When can I star in a movie with you? Because that would be comedy gold. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Ross Matthews. So this year's season of RuPaul's Drag Race has been surprising at best, as we've seen everyone from Sugar and Spice showing us some stunning transformations on that catwalk. However, with saying that, when Ross Matthews, who is known for being one of the judges on the hit reality TV show, unveiled his impressive weight loss in November of 2020, our jaws would drop. Ross would then go on to share his journey on his Instagram, where he would say in a caption section, "Breaking the pattern, 50 pounds down from my weight in early June when I decided to reclaim my health after my mom passed away, 70 pounds down from my old time." He then went on to note that he will continue to work on himself in progress and that he may mess up again, but for now he was very grateful for everything he has, everything he's accomplished, and he was really happy to see what the world had in store for him.
Now, first on the list, we have Sarah Hyland. Now, Sarah Hyland was accused of promoting anorexia in 2017 after uploading a photo on Instagram that showed her very, very thin body type. Now, she was body shamed by haters on the internet, and it got so bad that she wrote an open letter on Twitter saying she was accused of promoting anorexia, and ironically enough, an anti-bullying post. She wanted young girls to know that that was not her intention, and her circumstances have put her in a place where she's not in control of what her own body looked like. She went on to explain that she was struggling with kidney dysplasia and had to get a kidney transplant. So after the surgery, she went on to bed rest and lost muscle mass since she could no longer work out, which caused her to lose a lot of weight. Now, Hyland then asked for privacy as she got healthy both physically and mentally, and Hyland is still not back to her normal weight, but is adamant about calling out body shamers and is happy with the process she's made and the fact that she's alive. Now, up next, we have Kate Moss. Now, Kate Moss has literally been quoted saying, "Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels," so it is no surprise that she has gotten way too skinny in the past. Now, her infamous quote was made during an interview with fashion news website WWD, and of course she faced major backlash. Eating disorder charities like Beat called her comments dangerous and unhelpful for young girls that may be suffering. Now, Moss became the face of the H trend that started in the 90s, but she had maintained her position that she had an eating disorder, nor did she actually do H, but just didn't eat because she was too busy. Now, she told Interview Magazine, "I was never anorexic, so I was never that skinny. I was never bony, but I remember thinking I don't want to be this skinny. I didn't eat for a long time, but that was not on purpose. I was just constantly doing shows and flying economy, and no one ever fed me." Next up on the list, we have Nicole Richie. Now, everyone remembers the shocking 2006 photo of Nicole Richie running on the beach wearing a bikini where her weight loss was unexpected. Now, she was just one of the many other young celebrities like Lindsay Lohan battling eating disorders in 2006, and it's reported that Richie got down to a very alarming 88 pounds. Now, thankfully, she was able to get help and went to rehab that year to battle anorexia. Now, over the years, her weight had continued to fluctuate, causing others to fear that she may have relapsed. Then in 2017, after she posted an Instagram video looking scary thin after rehab, she told Vanity Fair, "I know I'm too thin right now, so I wouldn't want any young girl looking at me and saying that is what I want to look like. But I do know that they will, which is another reason why I really need to do something about it. I'm not happy with the way I look right now, and with the help of a nutritionist and support of her family, the mother of two is finally at a healthy weight again." Now, up next, we have Whitney Cummings. Now, Whitney Cummings gained 25 pounds in 2015 after realizing that she was getting way too thin. Now, she explained on the Today Show that being on camera messes with your perception of your body and that she was convincing herself that she needed to lose weight. Now, Cummings even opened up about her eating disorder in her memoir, I'm Fine. Other lies explained in interviews. It didn't occur to me that I had an eating disorder even though I almost exclusively ate sugar-free Twizzlers and Diet Sunkist. Now, thankfully, Cummings gained weight and is living a healthy lifestyle and looks absolutely amazing. Now, next up, we have Victoria Beckham. Victoria Beckham is one of the few Spice Girls who is still celebrated not only for her style, but also continuing happy marriage to David Beckham. Now, her life seems perfect, but she seems very open about her past struggles with eating disorders while she was in the band. Now, in her memoir, Learning to Fly, she described that she would be in the gym. And instead of checking her posture or position, she was always checking the size of her bottom or to see if her double chin was getting any smaller. She also explained how it was her bandmate, Gary Holloway, that encouraged her and Mel to do liquid diets and focus on their weights. Now, Beckham was actually able to get healthy, but then in 2017, looked super skinny again, causing concerns that she was less than 100 pounds. Now, up next, we have Lindsay Lohan. Now, Lindsay Lohan's life and career has been a roller coaster full of drama. Now, from partying and substances to her weight, she was all over tabloids in early 2006 for her crazy antics. Now, people were worried about the start when she was seen getting skinnier and skinnier during the time where rumors of her substance abuse were going around. In 2006, Lohan addressed the rumors and admitted to Vanity Fair that she was struggling with bulimia and had experience with substances, but it was only in the past. She explained how people around her were concerned with her health and said everyone was scared and I was scared too. She said she literally had people sit her down and say something bad is going to happen if you don't take care of yourself. Lohan was always in and out of rehab for the next few years after that and continuously struggled with personal issues, but has thankfully never been as thin as she was in 2006. Next up, we have Denise Richards. Now, Denise Richards used to be a bigger, curvy girl, but in 2013, her thin frame gained national attention. Now, when photographs of her arms hit newsstands, people were asking what was wrong with her. Now, tabloids got so bad that even Charlie Sheen felt it was necessary to tweet and defend her and wrote, "Stop the insane reports of Denise's weight. She is so healthy. And if there's one person who knows health, it is definitely Charlie Sheen." Now, Richards defended her weight on red carpets and told reporters that she just had a very healthy lifestyle and she was just very busy, but people were still always concerned. Now, Richards took some time away from the public eye and also put on some healthy weight. But then in March 2018, photos of her and her new guy were posted on where she looked very healthy and very happy. Next up, we have Nick Carter. Now, Backstreet Boy Nick Carter's little brother Aaron Carter tried his best to stay relevant, but it wasn't until his 2017 DUI and substance arrest that he made national headlines again. Now, his mugshot was sad and he looked like he desperately needed help. Now, photos of Carter were in tabloids everywhere and he looked sickly thin and clearly using substances. Now, he appeared on The Doctors in 2017 and tested positive for substance use. Now, he actually addressed the comments people had been making about his appearance and broke down saying, "I'm concerned about my overall health because people tell me I look like I have or I look like I have cancer, or I look like I'm dying and I didn't realize I was only 115 pounds. This is terrible and I wasn't even looking at myself in the mirror because I didn't like the way I looked." And he said this all while crying. But luckily, since 2017, Carter had got himself together, he had gained 30 pounds and announced that he has new music and a sense of worth and sobriety, and he cannot wait to finish 2018 strong. Up next, we have Kendall Kardashian. Now, not all the Kardashians were thick and built. Kendall Jenner is an unstoppable supermodel, but in 2015, people were wondering if she was getting a bit too skinny. Now, it was reported that France enacted a law that required models to have a BMI, which was body mass index, of 18 in order to walk the catwalk. And at the height of 5'10", Jenner would have had to have been 125 pounds. Now, Jenner's body fluctuates from skinny to skinnier, and she is constantly under public scrutiny for either being too fat or too skinny. But after after she posted a photo in 2018 with a slightly bloated tummy on Instagram, she was forced to call out body shamers claiming that she actually looked pregnant. And last on the list, we have Anne Hathaway. Now, Anne Hathaway went from playing nerdy princess to a badass action hero and had a successful acting career with little drama. But in 2010, she started looking a little frail at events. Now, she has been criticized in the past for telling young stars to lose weight, and people started wondering if it was actually her fault. Now, Hathaway had previously declared that she had hit the point in her life where she understands that being skinny is not sustainable, nor is it advisable or enjoyable. So her sudden weight loss was very surprising. Now, Hathaway's weight has also fluctuated because of the roles she played. So she worked out 5 days a week and followed a very strict diet regime to get in her catsuit for Batman: The Dark Knight Rises in 2012, but then she had to lose another 25 pounds to play a dancer with tuberculosis for another movie role.
Starting off this countdown, we have Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson said that 2020 was the year of health for her and decided to document her weight loss transformation on social media. Now, Rebel has had it rough for years. She was constantly fat shamed by the media, and she said that people treated her differently when she lost weight. She said, and I quote, "Sometimes being bigger, people didn't necessarily look twice at you. And now that I'm in a good shape, like people offer to carry my groceries to the car and hold doors open for you. I was like, is this what other people experienced all the time?" Not only that, but Rebel couldn't lose weight while she was filming Pitch Perfect. Her character's name is Fat Amy, and well, according to her, she couldn't gain or lose 10 pounds, which is insane. Hollywood was literally controlling her appearance. But after Pitch Perfect, Rebel told herself it was time to lose weight. Now, this decision was made by her desire to be a mom. Now, Rebel has polycystic ovarian syndrome, which can affect fertility. Well, during a visit to her fertility doctor in 2019, she was told that she would do much better if she was healthier. She said, and I quote, "I was taken aback. I thought, oh god, this guy's so rude. He was right. I was carrying around a lot of excess weight. It's almost like I didn't think of my own needs. I thought of a future child's needs. That really inspired me to get healthier." From there, she dropped more than 70 pounds. She said that she did so by eating healthier and focusing on physical and mental self-care. In our 9th spot, we have Demi Lovato. Now, in the past, the singer and actor revealed that her weight does fluctuate and that she has suffered from bulimia. In March of 2021, she posted on Instagram showing off her midriff, saying that she accidentally lost weight, which was most likely stress-related. Lovato then went on to embrace her naturally curvy body, which is gorgeous. But just recently, Lovato showed up to the Hugo Boss runway show in Miami looking thinner again. Demi rocked a sleek white crop top that showed off her midriff, and she paired this with a flowy maxi skirt and a sheer coat. She looked dang good. And she seems to be doing good as well. She revealed that she no longer counts calories, she no longer over-exercises or restricts/purges. And she doesn't live her life according to the diet culture. Amen, Demi. The way it should be, I'm proud. Coming in at number 8, we have Jonah Hill. Back in 2018, Jonah Hill announced that he was starting to transform his body with martial arts. On social media, he wrote that he was trying to train 4 to 5 times a week. He continued on saying, and I quote, "At 35, I try and get over the stuff that made me feel weak and insecure as a teenager. It's just wasted time and lessons you'll never learn. It's trying to let go of that." In 2021, Jonah really slimmed down. In fact, he took to Instagram to say how proud he is of his weight loss and of his body. He posted an image from the Daily Mail that was talking about him surfing in a wetsuit and a paparazzi photo of him shirtless. He responded to this saying, and I quote, "I don't think I ever took my shirt off in a pool until I was in my mid-30s, even in front of family and friends." He continued on saying that his childhood was filled with insecurities. I mean, he was constantly bullied by the media for his appearance, but now he's not bothered by any of this anymore, which is amazing. Coming in at number 7, we have Kelly Osbourne. Now, Kelly's drastic weight loss shocked fans. In 2021, she posted a photo to her Instagram, and fans were confused. And that's because she didn't even look like herself in this photo. One Twitter user wrote, "Amazing what surgery can do," while another asked, "Did you also get lips done or makeup done all around them?" look way different. Someone else added, who is this? I'm very confused. Now in the photo, Kelly's face looks very slim, but also it looks like she got quite a lot of work done. Now what I find crazy is that Kelly said that people cared more about her weight than they did when she was suffering from addiction. This just shows you how messed society is. Now Kelly is very open with her weight loss. She said that she underwent weight loss surgery. She got gastric sleeve surgery, which basically a part of the stomach is removed to reduce its volume. Now when you get this surgery done, it can be hard to keep the weight off. But Kelly says that she changed her diet as well. She is now on a plant-based vegan diet and also does intermittent fasting. Not only that, but she beat her addiction to alcohol, which has also helped her figure. And at number 6 we have Khloe Kardashian. Now we have seen Khloe's figure change quite drastically through the years. Sometimes by Photoshop, other times by surgery. Now the press always had it out for Khloe. They often labeled her as the ugly fat sister, which negatively impacted her and her confidence. For years she felt the need to diet or lose weight to prove herself to the media. She told the media that she started focusing on losing weight after her divorce from Lamar Odom. After that she lost 35 pounds. Her secret was working out. She used working out as a coping method from all the stress from the divorce. But some fans have gone too far in their speculation about Khloe's method of losing weight. Some have accused her of undergoing weight loss and cosmetic procedures. Others think that she was being very restrictive with her diet and excessive at the gym. Nowadays, Khloe said that she's at the point where she loves her body and she's more confident. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with June Edith Shannon, who we know best as Mama June, aka Honey Boo Boo's mother. The reality TV star started her weight loss journey with the show Mama June From Not to Hot, which don't get me started on how toxic this show is, basically saying that the only way she could be hot was to lose weight. Anyways, as part of her glow up, Mama June decided to undergo gastric sleeve surgery and then she later had a tummy tuck. As a result, she went from 500 pounds to 150, a huge difference. But she later revealed she didn't feel healthy being at 150. She said, and I quote, "Yeah, when I was a size 2 at 150, I was way too damn small. Now I'm 250 and I feel good. Even when I was 500, people didn't believe I was 500. She now is no longer focusing on her weight. Instead, she decided to shift her focus to beating her addiction." In our 4th spot today, we have Adele. Adele first started losing weight in October of 2019. While doing so, she kept it all on the down low. That was until Christmas of that year when she posted a photo on Instagram showing off her new figure. Her weight loss started after her divorce from her ex-husband. From there, she started to lift weights and do circuit training. She said, and I quote, "I do my weights in the morning, then I normally hike or I box in the afternoon, and then I go and do my cardio at night. I'm an athlete." Now Adele didn't do any magic diet or fad. She lost the weight by consistently working out for 2 years. Now she said this amazing quote which I think everyone should hear. She said, "I was body positive before my weight loss and I'm body positive now." Amen to that. We need more celebrities promoting body positivity and loving yourself no matter what your size is. But it's sad that celebrities feel forced to lose weight. In an interview with Oprah, Adele revealed, and I quote, "My body has been objectified my entire career." But in the end, Adele revealed that she lost the weight for herself, not because of the media's pressure. In our 3rd spot, we have Drew Carey. Comedian and game show host Drew Carey lost 80 pounds in 2010 after being on a strict diet and exercise. Now his reason for weight loss was because he said that it sucked being fat. Now that's a really harsh statement and it seems a bit fatphobic to me. In an interview with People magazine, he said, and I quote, "I like being skinny. I was sick of being fat on the camera. I just got sick of it." So his reason for weight loss was because he didn't like the way that he looked on camera. Like I've been saying, celebrities feel pressured to look a certain way for the cameras, which really affects their confidence levels. Now, Carey took this weight loss seriously. He was on a very strict diet. He cut out carbs completely. He didn't have corn, beans, or starches of any kind. He would snack on fruits and veggies and turn to egg whites or Greek yogurt for breakfast. He also does about 45 minutes of cardio when he can. Not only that, but he didn't drink anything but water. No milk, no coffee, tea, soda, alcohol, nothing. In the end, he actually beat his diabetes. He had type 2 diabetes, but not anymore. Coming in at number 2, we have Chris Pratt. Fans were left speechless and wanting more when they saw Chris Pratt turn his dad bod into a trim body with six-pack abs. He did this for his 2014 role in Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyways, Pratt revealed that he actually had to gain weight for his role in Parks and Rec. He hit about 300 pounds, and that's when he said, and I quote, he felt impotent, fatigued, and emotionally depressed. I personally find it crazy when celebrities drop their weight drastically or gain weight drastically, all for movies or TV roles. Like, that is not healthy at all. Especially when they go from one extreme to another. When he auditioned for the Marvel movie, he knew that he had to lose the weight. So he worked with a trainer 6 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day, going through extremely vigorous workouts. In the end, he lost 60 pounds in 6 months and kept it all off for his role in Jurassic Park. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Mindy Kaling. Now, Mindy actually sparked a lot of controversy regarding her weight loss, and that's because fans are convinced that she did this in unhealthy ways. It all started when she made an appearance at the Oscars. Her dresses were stunning, by the way. But anyway, people quickly jumped online and started gossiping about her appearance. Viewers speculated that she was using Ozempic, which is a brand name for a diabetes and weight loss drug, meaning a number of celebs probably use this drug for their weight loss. But as of now, the actress has not address these rumors. But when speaking about her weight loss, Mindy said, and I quote, "Honestly, I didn't really do anything differently. I eat what I like to eat. If I do any kind of restrictive diet, it never really works for me. I just eat less of it." Mindy also revealed her bad relationship towards food and exercise, saying that she would overeat or eat as a coping mechanism, and she would look at exercise as a punishment. But now she has changed her outlook of eating and exercise, and it allowed her to lose more than 40 pounds. Alright folks, that's all for today's video. Again, I just want to say that these celebrities were all amazing and beautiful before and after their transformations. They don't have to look a certain way to be hot, and neither do you. Body positivity comes in all shapes and sizes.